All right, welcome back. Welcome back. I won't go through the whole intro again. Leaks by the continuation. But welcome back nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I apologize for. Electricity went out. So we are back. Hey, Game Changer.
Hey, what's going on, Mel?
Nothing much.
Struggle
just
streaming, I see. I said I see you struggle streaming.
Oh, yeah, I was struggle streaming today. My electricity went out, and I don't understand why, because the weather is fine here. It's not like heavy winds or snow or anything like that, or rain. It's just a regular night in New Jersey. And what I'm thinking is because it's so cold and everybody have their like Christmas lights up and Christmas trees, maybe that's why the electricity went out. People were blasting heaters and their lights and everything.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
You know, I got a fireplace that I never use. I think I'm going to use it this year.
Yeah, but why? You have beautiful weather in Cali.
Well, we have winters like everyone else. I just, I don't know. I just never burned a log.
Yeah, but what are your winters? Like 60 degrees, 70 degrees?
Yeah, around there.
Our winters are like literally 10 degrees, 20 degrees.
Yeah, no, we never get that bad.
Yeah, like it's really bad here in Jersey. But
yeah. But still, I mean, we could always use a log. Like, well, I mean, I have my heater on now.
mm-hmm.
It's heating, so it's not like we live outside.
Mm-hmm. But
there are people that do.
You just have no idea what I would give to switch. You live in Jersey and I live in Cali.
Why don't you just come to Cali, like instead of switching and bringing me to Jersey?
True. Yeah, because you love Cali. So.
Well, I love good weather. I don't,
Right.
I don't, but like I if I was ever to move like out the country and go expat, it would be to a warm weather place.
Oh yeah, well you always said you wanted to move out the country.
Yeah. So like if I was to start a family elsewhere, it'd be like South America or maybe even Africa, and like live with the titty tribe women.
Oh, the titty tribe. I mean, do you want to talk about that today, or you still want to wait?
No. Let's finish up the last thing, but okay. But no, like we could save that for later. But
look, Celine want to move to Italy.
Yeah, it don't snow in Italy.
Well, what kind of weather do Italy have? Is it similar to here, to Jersey?
Because I'm not sure, but the reason why I was saying it don't snow in Italy because, like, from what I've read in about like ancient Rome and stuff, they never talk about snow. I've never actually been to Italy in the winter, so I can't say for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so yeah, I know that in the Alps it snows, which is the northern part, but I don't know if that's actually considered Italy. But nevertheless, it's from what I understand, it's pretty fair weather.
Well, it says days can be cold and clear or wet and windy with snow falling in mountain areas.
Oh, well,
average temperature is 25 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, hell no.
In the north. 40 to 55 in central Italy.
Yeah. Celine's white.
Oh, yeah, they love the cold weather, so there's nothing wrong with that. But you know what they say about us black people.
There's something wrong. There's something wrong with, I mean, it's nothing wrong with being white, but it's something wrong with cold weather. I don't like cold weather.
Yeah, I hate cold weather. Like I'm literally depressed in the winter time. Like
Yeah.
and I don't know if it gets dark early there in Cali, but it gets really dark in the winter here. Like around 4 o'clock.
No, not 4 o'clock, but it does get dark early, earlier than the regular time of year.
Which
But
I
at least y'all get like Christmas, and like it looks like Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Like y'all get that feeling.
you said you don't get that feeling?
Well, we don't have snow in Christmas. No.
True.
Never have.
Well, we haven't had a white Christmas in years here in Jersey.
We haven't had it in centuries, probably.
Oh yeah. Well, I heard like a couple of years ago it was snowing in Cali. I don't know how true that
It
is.
wasn't on Christmas. And yeah, it was like for I was the one that told you it was like for 12 seconds.
Yeah, it was you that told me. Were you excited to see snow?
I was surprised. I was in the barber shop when it happened. I was surprised. I was like, "Oh shit!" But it was just that. It was just like a little frost on the windshield, and that was it.
Yeah. All right, everybody, make sure you hit the like button on the way in and also share because people don't know that we went live for a part two. So make sure you guys are sharing the stream and getting us out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but our last show, we were watching Kendra G videos of modern delusional women. The last one was a literal prostitute. She was pretty much telling women, you gotta, make that money. If you're gonna give it up, make sure he's paying. Make sure he's paying your bills.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don't have sex with a man and then tomorrow ask somebody to pay for money to borrow to pay your bills. That's pretty much what she was saying. Now, I'm gonna get my take on that because I
Okay.
kind of agree. If you are, first of all, if you're sleeping with someone, you should already have an established relationship with him. It shouldn't be just sleeping with him for money. But you should never lay down with a man broke. And if you are broke and if you can lay down with that man and you guys are close like that to where you guys are having sex and seeing each other on a regular, then yeah, it's nothing wrong with him helping you pay a bill or two once in a while. But the way she was saying it is like, sleep with a lot of men and make sure they're paying you, even if you don't know them or even if you don't have a relationship with them. But I don't understand how a woman can sleep with a man without having a relationship with him.
See, okay, here's where I disagree with you. I don't think that a man should have to pay her bills.
I,
I do believe that once the bills are intersect with each other, then that's a different story. But if
well,
he's
that's what I
if
mean.
he's paying rent on his, but you said her bills, like help her out with her rent, or at least that's what she was saying.
Well, what I meant to say, because sometimes it don't come out right.
Mhm.
First of all, you shouldn't be sleeping with a man if you don't have a relationship with him anyway. And if you guys are in a relationship and you're laying down with him and he's in your house and you're feeding, you're cooking for him, you're doing things for him in that house, and he's spending nights over there at that house, and a lot of things happen in that house, then he shouldn't have a problem helping you with one or two bills,
But it's not
especially if he's
helping,
staying
and,
there.
and, and that's why it came out that way because it's not helping her with her bills. It's just paying the bills.
Well, that's okay. So maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah, because it's
He
not
shouldn't
really
have a
helping her.
problem
She,
paying the bills.
it's he's paying that bill. He would have been paying that bill anyway.
Right. He shouldn't have a problem paying the bills.
Yeah, but like if he's paying her bills, then that's more of an arrangement than a relationship, because
That's more of a
that's the way I look
sugar
at it.
baby dynamic too.
That's exactly that. Yeah, that's really
Right.
more akin to the sugar baby dynamic, and typically in that dynamic, the man is married, so he wants to keep her out of the house.
Right. I do believe in a man being a provider. I do believe in that. As long as you're providing him with meals and providing him with nurturing and all that good stuff, then yeah, he should definitely provide.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I definitely agree with that. I mean, I believe that your income should determine like what provisions you make to the household contributions. For
right.
example, let's just say you make 30K and he makes 70K, and together y'all make 100K.
Mm-hmm.
You pay 30% of the house expenses and he pays 70. That's fair.
That's so fair. Like
And
even oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was just saying, and I do agree with the 100-0 dynamic. I just think that is best suited in situations where the man makes 100, where the women don't work at all, and 100% of her day is dedicated to the needs of the household
And the kids.
and the kids. Exactly.
Right. But if she's making 30% and he's making, like you said, 70%, then
And
yeah,
she's
she should
keeping that 30%. Then not that's
no, because she's like, oh, I gotta keep the money to get my hair done, nails done, clothes. I mean, I've heard some men
it.
say
Don't take
that.
it don't take 30K a year to get your hair done, nails done, clothes done. It don't.
No, but I have heard of relationships where the man was the breadwinner and he was making six figures and a woman is only making like 30, 40K. And he said, hey, listen, I'll take care of bills. I'll take care of all of that. I just need you to take care of food, like the groceries, and yourself. So
Yeah.
groceries, make sure you pamper yourself so you can look good for me. I've heard men say that.
Yeah. Well, that's because, like, okay, so let's just say that's 20%.
Right,
Like, yeah, the grocery bill is a bill that she's taking care of, and that's probably 20% of the general household spending. So that's fine.
right.
But no,
But
I'm talking about 100. Like he's paying for the groceries, and she. Um, See, here's the thing: when you create a situation where the chick is pocketing her whole 30K, what's going to happen after 10 years when she done pocketed 300K?
then she gonna leave you.
Yep.
Yeah, like she don't need you. She saved up already. She used you for what she needed you for. Now
She's
she's
become a
going off.
strong woman.
Yeah,
She's become independent.
right.
Like that's her definition of independent at that point.
I
So
agree.
you broke because you spent the extra 300K, and she got money because she saved the extra 300K.
Right.
And she's walking around like, yeah, I got my own house, and it's paid in full.
Hmm. And she walking around with expensive clothes on, hair, nails, everything done, and he broke, you know, because he paid for everything. That is
Well,
wild.
I mean, he paid for her exodus, which is a very bad deal.
Right.
I mean, listen, some people, as long as you know that, as long as that you recognize it as an arrangement, you won't be disappointed later.
Definitely, I do agree with that.
Because like I'll never forget. I seen an episode of Cheaters where a young girl was with a young dude, and she got caught cheating with an older dude. And he was upset. Young dude was upset. I forget which one was the one that caught her cheating. But I do know that she actually liked the younger dude, and she was
Mhm.
using the older dude for money. And she was saying, he pays for everything. He pays for this, this, and this. And she was
Mhm.
hoping that the younger dude understood. And I'm
Right.
thinking, like, dang, a lot of women can get over like that, like, because financial aid stuff like that covers like the base expenses in
Mhm.
college. But if you want to enjoy yourself a bit, it is good to have a sponsor of some sort. And a lot of these chicks get sponsors.
Mhm.
Um, and then after 4 years, she's like, I'm strong and educated and I don't need you. And then, that's when the relationship goes south.
Yeah.
But if the guy already knew, then he's like, okay, the 4 years is up. Now it's time to, get another one. Now I'm just get another 18-year-old again, and we'll just continue this process, and I'll have a happy life. But what really winds up happening is that they break up with these dudes. Now, fellas, listen to me and listen to me good. Deceitful women don't just break up with you because they want you to get hustled again.
Hmm.
So they try to make it seem as if it's your fault.
Right.
And also so you don't contest any money transfers that happen. So what do? They stop having sex, or they drastically reduce the amount of sex that the two of you have. And then when you inevitably cheat, then she just says, he cheated on me. You're a cheater. You don't deserve me. You're a bad person because you cheated on me. Let me tell you something,
Hmm.
fellas. If she's not sleeping with you, it's not cheating.
Mm. What do you mean by that? If she's not sleeping with you?
Exactly that. If a woman has cut you off and you get side booty, it's not cheating. I don't consider that cheating.
Oh yeah, you did say one of your friends that happened to.
Yeah, exactly. That's not cheating. It's like,
And
oh man, I can't believe I cheated on my wife. You did not cheat on your wife. She cut you off.
it's crazy, GC, because you hear nowadays you hear of a lot of sexist relationships and sexless marriages.
Exactly.
I've even heard wives say they look at their husbands like brothers now, or like family. They don't see them in that sexual way, and I just feel like that's weird. That's weird to say, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's because they are suing for divorce. I mean they're basically they want a divorce, but they want it to be on you. They
Mm,
want their friends and family members to look at you, and by family members I mean the kids and stuff like that.
right,
They want to be able to look back and say, the reason why we're not together is because he cheated on me.
right. So that's not cheating to you.
No, that's not cheating.
No. It's cheating. To me, the definition of cheating is doing something behind someone's back. So even though I feel it was a justified cheating, it's still cheating.
Hmm.
I mean, that's my opinion on that. If you feel you have to go out and do something behind his or her back, you should be honest. You should be upfront. You should leave.
Hmm.
Unless you're the top, what is it, the top 5% man who can get any woman. I hear like it's okay for them to cheat. That's what I
Well,
hear.
I mean, they don't have to do it behind the woman's back. I think that's what you're getting at.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, yeah, I don't know. You do bring up a good point where it's done behind the person's back, but I mean, to me, cheating is like breaking a rule, and one of the rules is you fuck me as I please,
Mm,
um, at my convenience. And if you're not doing that, then you're really breaking the rule.
right.
And any subsequent action, I mean, for one, I mean, you're technically not even together. So how are you cheating with somebody you're not really with in the biblical sense?
Right. Well, some people still consider it cheating because you're married, even if you're separated. And some husbands and wives still live together in the same house. They're just separated.
It's not cheating, in my opinion.
But that's not cheating to you.
You're not
Okay.
together, even if you're married. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, it's complicated to me. I don't know what to call it because
I
you
want to
guys are
respond
not
to what
enough.
Cassie is saying.
Oh, about the all women's nightclub?
Yeah, see, that's an inevitable thing that happens. And the reason why this is happening is because, quite frankly, women are not putting out enough to get the boys to the yard.
Mm, okay.
Meaning that A man could go out, get his hair cut, wash his car. You know what Beyonce say? With his haircut and his car wash too,
Oh
looking
yeah.
star in his Armani boots, and
Mm-hmm.
like you could do that. You could, just get off fly and get the haircut and get the bling bling in, get some of that brasso and polish your good jewelry. You know, go to the cleaners, get the outfit, make sure that the crease is crispy. Make sure that the crease is crispy. How the cuz say? Iron it until it stands up on its own. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. Iron your underwear too. You get the shoes polished,
Mm.
and then you go up. Oh! Let's not forget the what's that cologne Kevin Samuels used?
Oh yeah, I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, Tom Ford. You got the Tom Ford cologne,
Mm-hmm.
and then you walk up to a chick and you offer to buy her a drink, she say yes, and then you was like, so why don't we get together later on? And
Mm-hmm.
she say, oh no, I'm tired. Then why are you here? Bitch!
uh,
So brothers are getting tired of putting in the effort and not getting any of the reward. And this isn't just brothers, this is just in general the plurality of mankind, the brotherhood of men.
mm-hmm.
Because ladies, you're not putting out like you used to. And I'm telling you from the point of view of somebody with a penis. You're not putting out like you used to. And as a result of you not putting out like you used to,
Mm-hmm.
guys just aren't gonna go. It's like a fishing hole or river or lake. It's like a lake. If people will only go so many times if they don't catch any fish. Or if they
Right.
catch like one fish after 4 hours of fishing, they're not going to go anymore.
Right.
So, but women still want to go. And why do women still want to go? Because they want to feel beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But make no mistake, there is no, first of all, it's a crappy business model, women's only nightclub. I mean, because men are the ones who spend money in nightclubs. Like women always go in for free and stuff like that.
Right. Well,
What
why?
you are selling, and this is to you nightclub owners, what you are selling is the possibility of booty. Booty? 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 You're selling the possibility of booty. But the women are determining how probable that is. And
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, modern women are not making that probable enough to keep the doors open at nightclubs.
Right.
There was a picture of all these women sitting down on their phones texting, and they said, no one bought them any. Okay. So, Classy, you got to explain yourself. Is this a woman's only nightclub, or is this a regular nightclub and only women showed up?
Oh, good question.
Because you know how they have like Lady Foot Locker, but you know if they have a Foot Locker and only women are buying shoes, that's different because that really says more. And I think it's the latter.
Mm.
I think it's the latter. I think that women are the only ones showing up to them because they're the only ones having fun.
Or is this a urban club? Is this black women?
Well, it's possible, but it really don't matter because the thing is everywhere.
Right, but remember you made a point about men not really wanting to go to a club full of black women. Remember you made that point because
Okay.
they know what to expect.
Well, yeah, black women are worse at that. They actually put out less than um, white women.
Right.
Um, Yeah, and Asian women. They actually put out the lease as far as it applies to non-monetary, just general interaction. And that's largely because of the mentality that the woman in the last stream was talking about.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, they talk about it. They talk a good game. And I know some brothers is gonna be here because they just gamed and swagged out like, oh no, black women, they're the biggest no, they're not. They're not. If you go to a multiracial club, you will have better odds with a non-black woman than a black woman.
Right.
So, and that's just the way it is. So, yeah, there is so the thing that I described is more heavily weighed with black women, but nevertheless, it is a universal thing. And not only that, and I'm not a club scene person, but here's the worst part of that. The men know that it's nothing but women there. The men and boys know that right now it's Friday night. Just got paid Friday.
Yeah.
They know that somewhere in their city, there is a club full of vaginas. And they're not going to wash their car to get it. And the reason why, or to attempt at it, and the reason why is because they know it's a failed attempt. Y'all women have spent too long leaving nightclubs with the empty vagina.
And then also women make men buy them drinks for free, for nothing.
Well, that's my point. That's how I know it's not what it seemed like before, where it's a women's only nightclub. This is a nightclub where only women showed up because the women were complaining that nobody bought them drinks. So clearly it was men there. Like it was open for men to go and buy them drinks. Right. But the men just didn't go and didn't buy them drinks. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I mean, right now, what y'all turn y'all pussy into is a slot machine that you always lose. Meaning that you keep putting coins in and you never get any coins out. Eventually, people are going to learn to avoid that machine. And that is what's happening now. Every now and again, ladies, listen to me and listen to me good. Every now and again, suck a dick.
Absolutely. Agreed.
You got to take one for the team. You got to take it for the plurality of the woman. For the plurality of women. Every now and again, suck a dick.
I don't disagree with that at all.
And I'm not talking about some Idris B. Jordan dude. I'm talking about a dude who got paint under his fingernails or some crap like that. Just a regular penis. Suck it. Every now and again you got to.
Oh God.
That's how y'all keep this whole economy going. But if y'all don't want to do that, then the fellas would just stay at home and listen to Sweet Melody Speaks.
Preach.
Especially since now that I think about it, don't the club cost like $40 to get in?
Some of them. Most of them are ladies free before midnight and men have to pay. But they also have ones where everyone's free before midnight or everybody got to pay. So it depends on where you go.
Yeah.
But usually ladies are free all night, at least until midnight.
How much do they have to pay? How much do the men have to pay?
It depends. 20, maybe 30 to 40. It depends on the promoter. Some 10. I've seen some places was only $10 to get in. But on average, $15 to $20 to get in on average.
Okay. So that and drinks, he could have had a Dominican threesome.
Oh my God, $40.
$40. Could have had a Dominican threesome.
Right.
But instead, he's in the nightclubs in Jersey paying to not fuck somebody.
Yeah. And a lot
So
of
yeah,
them,
that's the response. Huh?
oh, now I was gonna say some clubs over here are sausage fest when you go in. Like all men looking for women.
No, that's just weird.
Yeah, I've been in a club where it's like majority men and a few women.
Yeah, that's just weird. I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah. Because I guess the men went hoping to find a woman and the women just weren't there. But it is pretty weird. I mean, but that's not all the time. That's just like once in a while. Usually it's more women than men in a club.
Well, it's probably like a situation where they had a draw for women or for men, and it was a deterrent for men. Like it probably was one of those nights where men got in free,
Right.
and the women were like, "Oh no, I don't want to go. It's going to be a bunch of broke ass niggas there."
That can be it.
Yeah.
And you
So
know that's broke is women's favorite word to call men. Broke, even if they're not broke. You
well,
hear
basically, they're saying that that person don't have enough money for the ever moving price that they set for their vagina.
right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's that mentality. So that's why they have these women only night. I would not doubt that there are nightclubs out right now out here, and it's full of women and it's no men out there trying to smash them. And the reason why it isn't is because they know what's up. It's not worth it.
Mm-mm. At all. I mean, and I think it's better to find a woman in a lounge than a club. Because if you go to the club, you get a certain type of woman. But in a lounge, you get more classy women, if that makes sense. A lounge or like a bar, maybe.
Don't care. I am going to get my penis wet, Melody. And if you do not help me achieve that goal, then I'm not going to go.
Right.
Like, oh, this was classy. This was like, no, that matters little in the short term. That matters little to my short term reason to go to the club or
So you
lounge.
so you don't go to
I'm
the
using it for
club.
a wife.
So you don't go to the club to meet a woman for
I
long
don't go
term.
to the club.
It's just so if you did go to the club, it wouldn't be to meet a woman for long term. It'll be to meet a woman for short term.
I don't go anywhere looking for a woman for long term. I always look for short term. It is up to the woman to make herself long term material. It is up to the woman to show her long term value to me.
Right.
But my interest is always short term. You got titties and stuff. What else am I supposed to think?
True.
No, unless she is like dressed as a ballerina, and cooking at the time. I am not thinking long term.
Okay.
Like she'd have to be like dressed as a ballerina, cooking while holding like her niece, looking all motherly and stuff.
Right. So is there a place where you could meet a woman where you would want long term?
No, no, there
Nowhere.
is not, Melody. And I know what you ninjas is gonna say. Oh, what about women in church? No,
Hmm.
no. Church women are awful.
Yeah, I heard they're the worst.
Yeah.
Actually.
Church women is where women go to meet marriage worthy men, but they don't do it when they're marriage worthy women. They do it when they're single mothers and and they've hit the wall and stuff, and they got their kids born out of wedlock in church, and the pastor don't say nothing about it.
Mm.
You know, and then
Yeah.
they like, oh, who's the new guy in church?
Yeah, there's a lot of hypocrites in church.
Yeah, it's like, listen, if these women were serious, they would have been in church at 18 years old and married the dude that churches were singing, and married the dude that was an altar boy. And I know Protestants don't really have altar boys like that, but like marry the dude that was in church as a kid too. You seen the movie Temptation? They both were kids in the same church, and you know, and he was asking permission to hold her hand and stuff. That is, if you're not that, then you're not a true church woman, and everything else can just go to hell. You're the same chick. You're the same chick. So no, Melody, the unfortunate thing, and this is very bad news for a woman like yourself, is that there is no avenue for pick me women to find regular guys. And
Mhm.
and the reason for this, the reason why there's no avenue, especially in the Black community, is because most people are trash people.
Yeah.
So no, so even if you were to create an avenue for decent people to find each other, it would get overwhelmed with trash people.
Right.
Say there's a nightclub, right? And let's just call this place Shenanigans, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a nightclub called Shenanigans, and it just so happens to be where the pick me's meet the high value brothers that are serious about relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
And high value brothers go to club pick me's, and he says he tells another high value brother at work that you know um, hey, I found this baddie at pick me's.
Mm-hmm.
She was 100 and 0 pounds, and like 90 or 10% of her entire being was dedicated to titties and ass. And she spoke sweet, and she didn't curse a lot. And I offered to buy her a drink, and she just said, I'll just take a Sprite, no ice. And she was just vibing. We was just vibing, and everything was good, and we was just vibing, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then, she turned around, and her hair whipped in my face, and it was real. It smelled real and stuff. And I was just like, oh my.
Yeah.
So you say that to a brother at work, and he's like, okay, I'm going to go. But then next week, next week, so next week, Shaniqua overheard you talking at work. So what she do? She go and she brings her girls.
Mm-hmm.
And then the high value brother starts saying, hey, where all these big women come from? So then the high value brothers stop coming. And then, because the high value brothers stop coming, the pygmies stop coming, but the pookies start coming for the Shaniquas, and then it turned into that.
Right.
See, here's why there doesn't exist an hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Here's why there don't exist an avenue for decent men to find decent women in modern society. You want to know why, Melody? Because there's no money in it.
Hmm. Makes
There's
no.
no money in that. You try it. You open up a club called Club Wifey.
Mm-hmm.
And in this club, there's wifey material chicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's dudes with husband qualities, right?
Right.
And then they meet up. What happens next week, Melody?
I don't know.
Nothing. There's no reason to go back. You already found your wifey.
True.
You already found your wifey.
Got a
So
point.
they're not going to go back to the club. They're going to just be together and happily ever after. All that.
Right.
So there's no money in that. If you find your wifey, why are you going back?
True.
So, yeah. So that's the thing. Modern dating has to be trash. Because if it's not, it has to be trash where the people keep coming back. People who are satisfied don't come back.
No. Not at all. There was something else I wanted to ask you too about dating since
I've met a lot of cool women at the airport. Do you work there? Do you work there? Okay, that's fair enough. But people don't go to the airport enough for that. They don't. They don't go at the airport enough for that. Unless you just came up with the bright idea of just standing behind a baggage claim, pretending to wait for a bag while you're looking for ass. If you are that dude, then hey, more power to you.
Right.
More power to you. By that logic, you could be just in a grocery store in a tampon section waiting to see.
Right. I don't know. All right, so let me ask you this, since we're on this subject. Where do you think is the best place to meet a woman? In your opinion, if you were single looking, where would you go?
Where I have found them, I don't really look, but I don't let opportunity pass. Where I have found them is at places where you go that you go because you have that interest. So the last chick that I really liked, I met her at Whole Foods.
Okay.
Because I like Whole Foods.
Right. You like to eat healthy.
Yeah, and there's not any fat chicks there, at least none I've ever seen. So yeah, there's places like that. But no, it's always chance meeting with me.
Right. Okay, so a supermarket or
Celine said the library. I don't actually go to the library, but I do go to the bookstore. But it's not a high ratio. I could go to the bookstore 10 times and not meet a woman that I'm attracted to. However, when I do, it is a quality meet. And by quality meet, I'm saying a person, Barnes and Nobles. That's not a library, that's a bookstore. But yeah, and by quality meet, I mean somebody who's not likely to flake, somebody who's cool and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good place for a quality meet. But I haven't met anybody in the bookstore in a while. So here's the thing.
Do you like other nerds? Because I know you're a nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Is your type nerdy women?
Absolutely. That's why I talk so fondly of Kelly Snaps.
Right.
Now, being a nerd isn't a requirement, but yeah, it is a turn on. It's a turn on because I like women that move to the beat of their own drum, as nerd women tend to do.
Right.
So absolutely, I'm open to nerd females. Now, nerd is mainly a guy thing.
I've seen nerdy women.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's mainly for every nerdy woman you've seen, there's 10 nerd men.
True.
True. So, but it's mainly like a guy thing. So, it is a sausage fest when you go to nerd events. So, and that's what I mean when I say I'm not really going looking for one, because if you go to a nerd event hoping to find a chick, it's not going to be like that.
Right.
I don't drink coffee. So Celine said I like coffee shops too. I don't drink coffee, but I do understand that the getting is good there.
Mm-hmm.
I do understand that.
Like Starbucks, you might.
Yeah, exactly. And since I work from home, I can be one of those people that just take my laptop to a Starbucks, but I don't drink coffee. And I don't drink hot chocolate and stuff like that. So keto. But yeah, so don't get me wrong. There are places. Um, yeah, there are places, but is it places that Starbucks is in the coffee business, not the meet and greet hookup spot business. And you're really not supposed to be there all damn day.
No, they don't like that.
Yeah. But
Um,
but
how
yeah,
about
Barnes and Nobles. Yeah, I remember I met a cool Russian chick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, some years back.
in the Starbucks.
No, well, it was a Starbucks that was connected before COVID. It was connected to a Barnes and Nobles. Because Barnes and Nobles isn't a place that you're like Starbucks where a person is supposed to just go in and out and leave.
Right.
It's really you can sit and read. It's frowned upon, but I do pay money. I do actually buy books. And sometimes I do sit and read maybe a little bit more than I should.
Right. So if you buy the book, why should they have a problem with you sitting and reading?
Well, you're stealing. They don't call it that, but they're selling you the information and entertainment that's contained within the book. But no, I do buy the book, but sometimes I do read. I've never read a whole book, except back when I was a kid and I did that with comic books. But I never read a whole book that I didn't buy. But I do read enough to just like get a hint of the story, determine if I like the book or something like that, and then say, okay, it's not for me, and put it back in the shelf. You're supposed to just read the cover or the prologue or something like that, or maybe the first chapter, but I do a little bit more.
Right. Yeah, they don't mind over here in Jersey.
Really?
Yeah. Excuse me, I'm eating. Sorry. Me and my mom used to go to Barnes and Noble and grab books and just sit down and read.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't care.
I haven't been to Barnes and Nobles in a while. In fact, the last book I bought, because they're not really how people who watch movies, but sometimes like there's a slump to where you turn on your TV and there's no movies. It's like that right now with books. The last book I bought, I have it right here, Brian Kilmeade, The President and a Freedom Fighter. It's about Abe Lincoln and Frederick Douglass.
Oh.
And I have to tell you, I bought it because I was desperate.
Really?
Yeah, I was just desperate for something to read. Kind of like you watch like a movie that is not the best, but you're bored and you're looking for something. So that's why I bought this book.
Right. Oh, so are you into history?
Yes, I am. But see, this is not an autobiography or anything like that.
Right.
This is just someone else's accounts of the autobiographies of these people, of Lincoln and Frederick Douglass, which is not going to be as good as a first-hand account, like when you read Frederick Douglass directly, "My Bondage, My Freedom," or something like that.
Right.
So yeah, maybe I overread so much, which is a thing, or it's just trash. And I think that's a really bigger thing. It's just trash. And okay, understand this, Melody. Mm-hmm. This whole feminist gynocracy teachings and stuff like that. It's taking over the book market as well.
Really? Like how?
Yeah.
Explain.
So bitches always had their area, and it's typically like romance. All of the black empowerment stuff is really about a black woman. Um,
Mhm.
you know, that's always been their thing.
Right.
But okay, take Black Panther, right? And
Uh-huh.
I was reading up on that not too long ago. They went in a whole different direction. So right now, Black Panther is not because the bitches took over. Those bald headed chicks, they essentially took over. Um, the Black Panther is not the Black Panther, or he's not the king of Wakanda anymore. He's more like Batman, just night crawling the streets of Wakanda.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, and doing Batman stuff now. And
Right.
it all started with this whole woman's lib. It wasn't called that, but their slogan was "No one man," and it was basically as a slight at T'Challa for being the one man king. And it was because he was gone. He was gone not because of the Thanos snap. He was gone, but he was gone because of he had to go to the ancestral planes for a bit. It's complicated, but the point is that he wasn't there, and they took over, and it's trash, and it's feminist garbage,
Right.
and it's a lot of that going on. It's there. It's in Marvel. It's in Star Wars. They don't even have like books. Like it's weird. You got to be a nerd to understand. So that's trash. So I'm out in other areas looking for stuff to read, and all I can find is this. And I
That's a
haven't even
shame.
started. I haven't even started on it yet.
You're
So I
probably not
gotta
even
go.
interested in that.
Huh?
You're probably not even interested in that at all.
No, this is the type of book that I would buy if I was at the airport. I
Right.
need something for the plane ride. Um, it's like one of those type of books, but I'll probably get around to it. I'm gonna like catch up on Game of Thrones. I think that I could get some good writing there,
Yeah.
and but yeah, and the reason why I make sure I buy a book, not because I'm at the bookstore looking for booty, but because I do pay an annual membership, frequent readers membership, and I gotta buy something to make it worth my buying it. My
Oh.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Like,
So you pay like $50 a year, and you get 10% off each book that you buy.
that's a good
So if you don't buy enough books, then it's like, why have the membership?
right. That's a good deal for somebody like you or my mom. You guys are book nerds. So, you know, that is a great deal.
So yeah, whatever your interest is just do you, and at least that's my philosophy. Now, I mean, there are guys who still want to go out and go to where the women are, and that's perfectly fine too. But
Mhm.
I find that you have far less success in dealing with women in places where they expect to get hit on.
Mm. Example? You mean like the club?
Yeah, like a nightclub, like a place where they expect to get hit on, like a dating site they expect to get hit on.
Right.
Like, I mean, once they are in that mode, once they are in that, I'm going to see how many niggas hit on me tonight. It's trash. It's yeah.
What about how do you feel about online dating?
Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I found out recently, and I kind of suspected it, but they don't tell you that it's 2 to 1 as far as the men to women ratio, meaning that it's twice as many men looking for women than women looking for men.
Right.
And of the 33% of women that are looking for, on there, they're not actually looking. Like some of them are prostitutes, some of them are just looking to get as many people to hit on them as possible to build their ego.
Mhm.
I mean, it's like the nightclubs. They're not actually looking to give up any booty. So it's like, what's the point? Now, here's my experience, and this was like circa 2015.
Mhm.
Um, the women rarely look like their picture, and that was my biggest problem back then. I can imagine it's worse now because Photoshop has gotten better, but
Yeah.
the women rarely look like their picture, um, and and very few women were actually serious. Were on there serious about meeting somebody,
Mhm.
um, and a lot of women, the ones that do actually look worth a damn,
Mhm.
there's always some type of strange rub. And I don't have to tell you any stories because I already tell, like when y'all hear me tell a story and you like, dang, that chick is weird. Where you meet her? That's where I met her.
Right.
Like when y'all hear these crazy stories, it comes from that. It comes from meeting chicks online.
Yeah, I've had some negative experiences too back then when I was meeting guys online. Like I met a guy who made me think he was walking, that he was athletic.
Hmm.
He was driving, he had a nice car. His pictures, he was sitting in a car, he was standing up in his pictures. Come to find out he was in a wheelchair when I went to meet him.
Yeah, had one of those too. I think I told you that
Yeah.
story, right?
I thought I told you that one. He was handicapped, but
Oh yeah, you told me that, but I had a similar one. It wasn't a wheelchair, but it was double crutches. Yeah,
oh yeah, I think you told me that story too.
yeah.
But if you want to tell it again,
No, that's okay. But no,
okay.
because it was always some type of crazy rub. Like it,
Right.
it's ridiculous. Like there was one that didn't speak good.
Oh, was she autistic or something or special needs?
I don't think so. I mean, like if you got past the grammar, I guess it's okay. But I guess her intelligence was intact. But she would say stuff like her instead of for she, like all the damn time.
Like, oh, her said to do this or her
Yeah,
said to do that.
exactly.
Oh, wow. Celine wanted me to pull up her comment.
Yeah.
Can you read that?
I actually went on a date with a Chad type I met on Hinge. 6'2". He made me think I am a great girl, but isn't ready for a relationship, which I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, it's. I'm not gonna say don't do it. I am gonna say it's not for me. Online dating is not for me, and that's with anything. I don't like to waste my time. So if I went into a nightclub or something like that, and I found that it's only 33% women and 66% men, then I'll
Right.
just leave because it's a waste of time.
Right, exactly.
See, those would be good. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, fellas. Listen to me and listen to me good. Those would be good odds if 100% of that 33% was looking to suck some dick. But unfortunately, that's never the case. Because if that was the case, it's 2 to 1, and at least half the guys would leave happy. But that's not the case. 100% of the women aren't looking for that. There's always that percentage, which is growing, which is ever so growing, of women who are just looking there, who are just going there to get free drinks and free attention.
Can you hear me, did you say?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, can you repeat what you just said? Because it went
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, no worries. I was just saying, like, there's always those chicks that are there looking for free drinks and free attention.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have friends who would come with me to the nightclub because I was the hottest, and they would use me to get them drinks.
Yeah.
And it's like every time I got a drink from a guy, I would have to give it to them. And I felt bad because I'm like, well, these are my friends. And then these guys, they're being nice and buying me drinks, they might think they have a chance, but it's kind of like I'm leading them on for drinks for my girls. So it's a lot of that goes on in the nightclubs.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just not a healthy place for a man to get laid or find a wife.
Definitely, I agree.
So I'm
Hi,
surprised
Pablo.
places still have it. I'm gonna be honest.
What did you say?
I said I'm surprised that places still have them. I'm gonna be honest. Hey, what's going on, Pablo?
Yeah, salute, salute. Thanks for coming.
Like, I wouldn't invest in no crap like that.
Nah, me neither.
I mean, you're really just better off like investing in a bar,
Mm-hmm.
like Cheers. Like, you're really just better off with that than you are. And oh, and another thing is most women are trash in the sense that they're overweight or they're too damn old
Mm-hmm.
or not physically appealing. So yeah, it's trash.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's trash, and
it is trash.
it's just ridiculous for men or women to meet
Hmm.
at the nightclub.
Yeah,
Now,
and online and stuff like that, and because there's a lot of big ones there, but I really just ignore them.
mm-hmm.
And and but of the non-big women's, which there are a few of, I get very few responses. And of the responses I do get, they're flaky. And the stories I tell is like getting past all that, and
Right.
then and then actually going on the date, and then that's when the weird comes.
Mm-hmm.
So the probability, and the way my mind works is in numbers, and the probability is always going to be bad.
Yeah. I think a great place to meet is like at the mall. You go to the
Um,
mall
the
shopping.
the mall is a great place to meet a person in the 80s.
You think so?
Yes. If you were to take a time machine and go to the 80s and go to the mall, then it would be a great place to meet someone.
Why is that?
Because right now we have something called Amazon.
Yeah, people still. There's a
And
lot of
people,
big
no,
shopping.
it's scarce. It's scarce. It's slim pickings.
Right.
It's slim pickings.
Okay. How about just walking down the street?
Yeah, depending on the street.
Yeah. That's old school too, though, because guys are not trying to talk to women like they used to back in the day. They're just not like.
And
I
that's
like.
because you can't squeeze the juice.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
mean,
squeeze the juice.
I've caught plenty of men staring at me, but they just don't. They don't approach. Cold approach. They don't. They don't talk anymore. They just might stare at me or smile, or I've had guys run to the door to open it for me. There's been times where I went to like Home Depot to get things for the house or a store, and guys would want to help me put things in my car. Like I still get that,
Mhm.
but they're not they're not like, oh, so what's your name? What's your number? They don't do that anymore. They wait for you to say something now. They want the woman to say something. It's almost like they don't want to be rejected, but they will show that they're interested. Like I said, they'll be staring at you, or they'll ask if you need help or anything like that.
Mhm. Yeah, I do still cold approach, and that's because I don't do anything else.
Right.
So I do, and it's probably a hangover from like the 90s and stuff when I started dating. So I do still do that. But
Does
the
that still
unfortunate
work
thing
for you?
about that is, huh?
Does that still work? Because they were saying that men don't cold approach anymore because women just are not going. They're not like paying
Absolutely,
attention
it
to
works.
men. It's like the women are like looking at men like they're crazy. Like, what do you want? You know?
Absolutely, it works. But it works for me, Melody. And see, here's the thing, and this is why I'm not a dating coach, nor do I believe in their cause. Because it works for me because I'm an intelligent, funny dude, and I'm not saying that everybody else is stupid and not funny. What I am saying is that my skills are best suited in direct conversation with people, with women in particular. So that works for me. Now there are guys who are just like, just the handsomest dude out there, you know, or dudes that can do a Chris Brown Usher dance and a sec, like those guys, dance clubs are better for them. So and then so it all depends. It all depends on the type of guy. If you're 6'9" and stuff like that, and you walk into a room and everybody turn their head, then crowded bars and lounges and stuff is for you. Like, so it all depends on the individual. But me, cold approach, because not only am I a funny dude, I've always been a funny dude. I've always like put it out there. I did stand up. I always put it out there. So the fear of rejection don't really, bother me, because I'm used to crowds and I'm used to the possibility of just everybody in the spot just booing the fuck out of me. So, that is what it is. Now, I will say this though. I believe in the order of things, and that's why I don't like you fat fuckers. Like you do some fucking things. Like here's what I mean by the natural order of things. I don't mind a attractive woman getting conceited. I don't. I do mind contributing to an unattractive woman getting her head blown up.
Yeah, like the last one in the clip.
Of desperation at the time.
Like the last one in the clip we watched. The Kendrick.
Exactly. So so I do reserve my approaches for like women who are prettier than I am handsome. Now, there's I'll tell you all the drawbacks on that with me.
Mm-hmm.
The drawbacks for me is one is few and far between. So you're rarely going to run into something that you actually deem worth approaching. That's one thing. Another thing is modern women are very flaky, particularly ones that you meet on a cold approach. And that's because she's interested in you in that moment, because the thing she felt that you said at the time gained her interest. But then you leave and her attention span reaches its end, and that's it. Like, you text her, a couple of days later, and she's like, wait, who are you again?
Mm-hmm.
And you like, remember that great impression? You thought I was this and I was saying all the right things. You remember? No. So you're back at square one. So, that is the problem with cold approaching. And that is a reason why guys, even ones who are successful at getting the number, don't do that anymore, because it rarely, even while getting the number, it rarely leads somewhere.
Right.
So basically, what is it? Like the journey never reaches a climax, or whatever you want to call that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the venture rarely reaches the destination. And that's why guys aren't really approaching you like that, anymore. Which is a natural response. It's a natural response to the way the market is right now. It's not anything personal.
Well, I think men are not approaching like they used to anymore because of social media.
Elaborate.
I feel like a lot of people are more comfortable getting in people's inboxes than doing it in person. Also, if a woman
I'm not trying to get in an inbox. I'm trying to get in a box.
Right. Well,
what the hell is wrong with it?
You know what I mean? And it's like,
no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you men. What in the hell is wrong with you? Why are you in these chicks' inbox? Do you know how many dudes is in the inbox? What in the hell makes you think that it's gonna be you? What in the entire hell? I'm talking to you men. What in the entire hell makes it think that it's going to be you? You think that these chicks just scroll through a bunch of dicks and then they're going to pick yours one day? What goes through your brain? I'm talking to you, man. Why are you in these chicks' inbox? Everybody knows how I have a crush on Kelly Stamps. You think I'm ever in her freaking inbox?
Yeah.
Do you really think that I am in that chick's inbox? Like, and I know what you're thinking. Like, you might as well. It's like a free lottery ticket. No, it's a waste of your time, and you just put yourself through an undignified procedure of blowing the chicks up. Hold on, let me see how many subscribers she has. I know. I don't even want to look. She has hundreds of thousands of subscribers, which means that she probably got a million niggas in her inbox. What in the hell? Why are you playing? That's why I don't play the lottery. What is wrong with you? What is entirely wrong? Why are y'all in these chicks' inbox?
Well, this is the thing.
Press 1 in the chat if you ever got boxed from being in the inbox. Press 1 in the chat if you ever got boxed from being in a stranger's inbox.
Yeah, I want to see how many ones we see.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. Oh, he said 5. Okay, whatever that means.
It means it's not a 1. It means, yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think that men are more comfortable because a lot of men do fear rejection. You might not fear rejection, GC, but there are a lot of guys out there who fear rejection, and if they get rejected in the inbox, it's not going to bother them as much as in person.
Well,
So
okay.
that's
I
what I
mean,
think it is.
getting your ass kicked on Mike Tyson Punch Out isn't going to bother you as much as it is in person. But I mean, the thing is that that's where it's at. That's where the fight just so happened to be. That's where some deranged pookie nigga challenge you, or that's where some white dude just hit you with a hard ER. Like that's where it happens. Yes, you would prefer that it's done on a video game, but that's not how it happens in real life.
Yeah, it's really not. But real quick, K Capo asked me, do you respect a man more if he has the balls to approach you in public? That's a good question. Yeah, because that means he's not afraid. If he honestly, if I was to show you guys my inbox, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of messages from men from all over.
Every now and again, do you randomly pick one and suck its dick?
No.
So
No.
why are they in your inbox? What in the fuck?
Because they feel like because I'm always on Instagram and Facebook, they feel like they have a better chance of reaching out to me and getting my attention. Like, even when I post a picture, if whoever, I know a lot of you guys are on my Instagram page, if you really read the comments, it's guys all trying to get at me or complimenting me, and they're hoping that I click on one of their profiles and look at it and say, oh, he's cute. I think that's what they're hoping for, that they just get picked out of the bunch. And I know it sounds crazy, but I do think this is the mentality that a lot of these men have.
It is crazy.
It's nuts.
I wouldn't call it crazy. I will call it short-sighted. Because you're looking at it from your point of view. And from your side, you're like the only person. You're like the only person that's in her inbox.
Right.
But the reality is it's saturated, and any woman that looks worth a damn has a saturated inbox. And trust me, if I run into Kelly Stamps just like, just like in passing somewhere, because I'm not gonna stalk the bitch. So, but I'll be like, hey, you Kelly Stamps,
Yeah.
and I would shoot my shot, and I would not care if I get shot down. I would not, which is the more likely outcome. I still wouldn't care, but I will say this: I would have a much better chance doing that than to be in her goddamn inbox.
But I think I saw a comment earlier that I agreed with. I think it was from H&M. Let me look for. Oh, here it is. Like you said, if we cold approached, this day and age, you might get falsely accused of SH.
Yeah, if you do it in the workplace, absolutely.
But even like in the streets, a woman might lie and say, "Oh, he touched me or he did this and I felt uncomfortable." There's a lot of Karens out there, whether they're black, Spanish, white, Asian. There's a lot of Karens out there who just hate men. There's a lot of feminists out there who just hate men, and they'll do everything possible to get them in trouble. So you need to watch it these days.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that don't stop me from cold approaching, but it is a possibility. Here's the thing: a man can be accused um, um, at any point in time of anything at any point in time, and modern society will take that accusation seriously. It's unfortunate but true. So it's better to not walk around in complete fear of that, or else you won't approach at all, which many guys aren't. You know.
Right.
Pablo brings up a good point. He says number one on Black Planet and MySpace. Now, Pablo got some years on me, but I am old enough to have experienced Black Planet and MySpace. And yes, in both Black Planet and MySpace, they had a high return rate.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, if you shoot your shot, there was a much higher, I mean, a ridiculously higher probability that you would hit the bullseye. And what do I mean by hit the bullseye? I'm talking about putting your penis in a vagina.
Mm.
It was extremely high. And I'm not talking about the fact that y'all flying in and floating and all that crap. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. Y'all are. So back in the Black Planet days, you could actually meet somebody that lived within a 30-minute driving distance of you and put your penis inside of her.
Yeah.
You can do that.
True. Well, like K Capo said, I also remember MySpace. K Capo was in his 20s and I'm in my early 30s, and I remember MySpace too. So it wasn't like too long ago. And I was really big on phone chats. I think I told you that before.
Yeah,
The number would dial and you meet guys. And I had a MySpace, and they used to think my page was fake back then. They said, "Oh, your pictures are fake." Da-da-da. I'm like, my pictures are not fake. Like, why would you say that? And they would tell me my page was fake, and they were like, "Well, let's meet up." And I think a lot of men used that as a way to meet up with women by telling them their pictures are fake. Because it's like, guys used to tell me that all the time. That's not you. Prove that's you. Like, it was just so weird. And I think that wasn't that before Catfish?
Yeah, Catfish the show is a pretty recent phenomenon. But I mean, women are always going to like take 20 pictures and then pick one. Like that's always been a thing, even in the Black Planet days. But still, it was within reason. It wasn't like artificial, manipulation. So you just get the best angle of the chick that you're actually dating. And that's what Black Planet was. But you see, here's the thing. What it comes down to, and this is what the chat agrees on, is that y'all not fucking enough. And that's what it comes. That's why I had a Black Planet account, because they were actually fucking.
Right.
If y'all not fucking, or if I find the fuck to swipe ratio is just like ridiculous, which it is, then I'm not gonna swipe.
Right.
And that goes for cold approach, and that goes for nightclubs. That goes for all this. Guys are just like, the ratio is not good. We don't mind talking to 10 chicks and getting one number, but talking to 50 chicks getting one number and then she flakes. That's a no-no. That's a waste of time. I'm not getting my hair cut for that shit.
Right. But you said you actually used to get numbers on paper. So
yeah, back in the day, yeah.
How many of those girls did you actually hook up with?
Maybe half.
Okay.
Maybe half. But the half that I didn't, it was a justifiable reason, just like life circumstances, just stuff.
Right.
Just stuff. Yeah, and sometimes you're just not compatible with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a matter of randomly losing interest.
Right.
And okay, and this is really not to like a fault of a cultural change. This is more of a technology change, part of it, and that is because back then, when a woman gave you a number, it was tip her house number.
Mm-hmm.
So she's actually giving you the ability to find her address or something like that. So the level of interest that she had was much higher if she's giving you the number that's connected to where her sick grandma lives.
Right.
So it actually meant something when they did it then. But now, you get a cell number, could be a burner, and then if she change her mind, she could just block you in 3 seconds, and that's it. So getting a number doesn't have the same impact that it does that it did back then.
I used to give out. There was a number. If you weren't interested in the guy, you would give it to him, and
that happened to a friend of mine. Yeah.
Right. I used to do that because I wasn't being nice. I didn't want to be rude. And I would give them the rejection number. I did that like 3 or 4 times in my life. But I feel bad about it because the guy could have really been feeling you and he could have been the one, and you gave him a rejection number.
It was this chick, right? I got a wrong number and I got my revenge. I was so happy. So for those of you who are from out here, there's a place called Kelly Hill in Hayward, California. Mm-hmm. And it is exactly what it sounds like, and that is it's a hill, meaning that it's high up and it's kind of recluse. And I see this chick go into a liquor store. Mm-hmm. And she asked me, I got at her. She asked me if I smoke. I said, no, I don't smoke. And she said, okay, well, let's get together anyway later on. And she gave me her number, right? This was back in the cell phone days. So this was circa like 99, 2000.
Okay.
And I was like, you need a ride? And she said, yeah. Shit, I'm going to have to walk down that hill by myself. I was like, all right, bet. You're right. So gave her a ride down the hill. And then she said she wanted to go to the store for whatever. I don't know if she's getting rap or whatever, right?
Right.
And I was like, something told me to call this bitch's number, right? And I did. And it was a fake number, right?
Oh, she got you.
I was like, and I don't mind getting got, but she had the audacity to get a free ride down the hill.
You should have called her while she was in the car to make sure the number.
Yeah, but you know something? This was new. Like having a cell phone and all that stuff was new, and I don't think she had one. I think that was her house phone, and what's the point? Because it'll just go to her home.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well.
But let me finish the story.
Okay.
So when she got back to the car, because remember, she just went to the store. Right? She got back to the car. I still haven't taken her home yet.
Right.
And I was like, hey, my partner just called. If you want to get smoked, we can go to his house, right? Mm-hmm. And then she was like, well, where does he live? I said, well, we got to go back up the hill. And he lives a little bit higher on the hill. I took her ass higher on the hill and left her.
No, you didn't. How
Fuck
old
her.
were you, GC?
Huh?
How old were you when you did that?
I don't know. I was like late teens, early 20s.
Okay, you were young still. I was about to say that's really messed up.
Melody, you don't know this because I like you,
Mm-hmm.
but I am an extremely messed up person.
You don't seem it.
That's because I like you.
Yeah.
If I do not like a person, a woman in particular, I am an extremely messed up person. You have no idea.
Well, I see it with the fat women. I see, I see how you are with women you don't like. So
No, but like face to face, like I'm not mean to a fat woman if she's interested in me and I'm not interested in her. You
right,
know. But no, like regular women, yes, I can be extremely fucked up. And because I'm a very smart person, I can think of like really, really fucked up ways to be fucked up.
right. Oh gosh.
And that's not even Melody. Oh God, you just don't know. Like that's not even like considering like that's like the more elaborate stuff. Like there's just been times when I would just like roast immediately because I'm very good at that.
Mm.
You know, like I'm very good at roasting chicks, and I would hit on a bitch, get shot down, and immediately roast the fuck out of her in front of and
Oh, are you joking? Are you serious?
no, and you would be and these chicks will always be shocked. Like, how can this dude roast me after
Mm.
trying to fuck me? You will be
Oh my
surprised at
god.
how good I am at doing that shit. Like Angela C said, he's an Oakland nigga.
You are Oakland nigga.
She telling the truth.
Excuse me.
She
Well,
telling the truth.
well, can you elaborate, please? Can you give us a example of you roasting a bee? Let's hear it.
So when I first went to college and I started going to like clubs and spots and stuff like that that was away from home, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
Um, like I would holler at a chick and like in the new city, I'm not gonna say what university I went to, but in the new city, but it was in California.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they would get like real uppity, like just downright ignorant. Like it's like, wait, that was mighty impolite.
Mm.
So I'm like, bitch, be happy I spoke. I speak to anything, you nasty tramp. Like, look at your feet. Like, how come your toes is like out the thong area, grabbing the bottom of the shoe? She's like, yeah, but you want this. I was like, I want anything, damn it. I have no standards. I fuck everything. All right. And you just so happen to be it. You was the
Oh
nearest pussy
my
to me
god.
at the time that I wanted some, bitch. Like I
Oh
would go the
god.
yeah. So it'd be like that.
Oh
It'd
my
be like
god.
that. And like
Oh
she
my
say, a
god.
real Oakland ninja. That was some. Once again, I was very young, but I did do shit like that. I am a savage when you
I
know.
see.
Um,
Everybody
it was
laughing at you
fun.
in the chat. They can't believe it. GC seems so sweet and nice, and
No,
this
I'm
is
very sweet. I'm very
hilarious.
nice. Listen, Melody. See, that's because you see that side of me. I'm very sweet.
Right.
I'm very nice. When you are a sweet and nice person.
Right.
If you are not a sweet and nice person to me, then all bets are off. And I mean,
Oh my
all bets
god.
are off.
Oh
So,
man.
so yeah, I left chicks like I said, I left a chick on Kelly Hill. I left a chick at oh, remember that movie night and my friend came over?
Yes.
So I should have had him told the story. I actually left the chick with him. And that's a long. I'll tell that story another day. But that was a long story.
Oh my God. No, tell it
I told the
now.
story on Bernard's where, where I forgot that a chick that I was dating was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So I switched with a homie.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you
So
told me that story too, but I want everyone else to hear it because it's hilarious.
well, yeah, they probably heard it on Bernard's, but no, I met this chick. Very nice, very sweet. She was light skinned, and she was cool people. She actually helped me find a job. I was working at a gas station at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and she came into the gas station. That's how I met her, and she was like, "Oh, I work at such and such. They pay good there." I was like, "Oh, bet." She was like, "Yeah, you should apply," and I did, and I got the job. And but before I got the job, I was like, I got her number, but then she told me that she was pregnant.
Uh-oh. Oh, she was honest with you.
Yeah, she was straightforward and honest.
Okay.
And but later I remember getting her number, but I didn't remember like um I remember what she looked like, but I didn't remember that she was pregnant.
Right.
So, I was like, okay, bet I remember her. She looked cool, and she was real cool people. I wonder why I didn't call her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went out with her and I bought a homie and I told her to bring her friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now her friend was also attractive, but her friend smelled bad.
Ew.
Yeah. It wasn't VS. It was more BO. And it was BO related to because she was in Job Corps. You know what that is?
I've heard of it. Yes.
Job Corps is you working outside and you're I don't know, you're digging ditches or whatever they do in Job Corps, right? So she was in Job
Mm-hmm.
Corps and she had just got off work. So you could kind of give a pass, especially because she looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
But she smelled and the other chick didn't. The chick I was with didn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, working like a man, exactly. So we go to a gas station and then they go out and and my friend, the one that you met,
Mm-hmm.
um had the and come to movie night, like interesting things happen. Like the homie had just stopped by, say what's up, and and meet everybody that's in the Zoom room. But he said, do you want to switch? Now me, I was insulted, like, nigga, why would you think I want to switch with the dirty bitch?
Oh my God.
Exactly. But you know what I did?
What's
I
that?
switched.
You switched. And remember, guys.
We didn't know that she was pregnant.
Exactly. She was pregnant. That's
Exactly.
wild. So you switched the girl who smelled for the pregnant chick.
Hey, you could wash off the smell. I'm pretty sure that was just like her getting off of work and stuff like that. So, she take a shower, it'd be all good. The other chick take a shower, she'll still be pregnant.
But what did she smell like?
Huh?
What did she smell like? Was it like underarms, like sweaty underarms?
She just smelled like a woman who's been working the field all day.
So she was musty.
Yeah, kind of like sweaty, musty. Yeah, you call it that. Yeah.
Oh God, like a bag of onions. Oh my gosh.
I mean, it was noticeable. It was noticeable. I mean, shut the hell up.
What happened?
These dudes raving night in the chat room talking about, oh, she smells. Like y'all would never just wash a bitch off and then fuck her.
It depends on the smell. Because if it's like a fishy...
It does not. It washes off. This isn't a matter of just bad hygiene. This is a matter of she just got off of work and that's how she smells.
That's different. Yeah, that's different. But if it
That
was like
is different. Stop
older,
acting like, oh no, I would never do nothing like shut y'all asses up.
if it was an odor coming from down below, that's different. Because sometimes you can wash that and it still smells with these women. So you got to be careful.
She just got off of work and didn't shower yet. I'm not gonna like make that the end of the universe, especially because yes, and then like K Capo said, she was bad. She was bad. So yeah, it's so miss me with this. Like, oh yeah, you smelly bitches. What the fuck? Yeah, acting like y'all wouldn't.
Mm. You guys know you'll go if she called
Exactly.
you to the bedroom. So look,
Well, I mean, as long as you take a shower first,
show
yeah,
together.
yeah.
Right.
So miss me with that. But yeah, I was like I was regular for doing shit like that, you know. But once again, there is an extraordinary difference between the way I behave with women I like versus the ones I don't like. It's a world of difference.
Right. Because I see like the sweet GC. Like you seem like a gentleman to me. I never had a problem with GC, y'all. He never came at me disrespectful. He never roasted me or called me any types of names. So, and I'm
Yeah,
sure it's the same with Chantel and all of his female friends
yeah,
on here.
exactly.
So,
Exactly. I mean, if I
right.
like somebody, I like somebody. I see. I never just go off doing stuff. I never just go off, like on random tirades against bitches. But um, even if I'm not physically attracted to them, but they never did anything wrong. I never just did it just to do it. But if, sometimes I did it because it needed to be done.
You also do it to like modern feminist women that you don't like, no matter how pretty they are. Because I've seen you go off on women who's talking that feminist stuff. So,
Yeah, yeah. I don't do it just to do it. Once again, like you have to reach like a threshold of annoying me.
right.
Um, I was at my cousin's wedding earlier this year, and there was like a young chick. My cousin's in her 20s, and one of her friends came up to talk to me and call herself flirting and stuff. And you know, um, I was being polite the whole time, but I really was not feeling this chick. She was just she was really like the epitome of what I do not, and she was physically appealing, I guess, but wasn't the most physically appealing at the wedding, that's for sure. But her her belief system was just completely off. It was very zillennial. It was it was just annoying, obnoxious, and I'm just pretending to because I'm a nice person. And I actually love my cousin, and she chimed in, and then I just like shifted the conversation. My cousin chimed in, and I just shifted the conversation. Then she left. She realized I wasn't really feeling like that, but that's how I handle it now. But no, you have to be like a directly obnoxious person, which is rare. I don't come across people like. In fact, as I've gotten older, I rarely come across um, undesirables.
Really? Well, you're in California, so.
No. When I say undesirables, I'm not talking about. No, of course, you could just ignore women that are physically unattractive. But I'm talking about women who are rude.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I would say, and Pablo, maybe you could back me up on this, or maybe it's just an individual experience. But in the last say 10 years or so, I have received and come across like very, very, very few rude women.
Mm, really? So can you
Yeah.
so what do you mean by rude? Like if you cold approach and they turn you down, or do you mean just rude, just plain rude?
Both. Um, so the turn downs have been more polite, and the just a general walking around with a resting bitch face type stuff. I've seen far less of that in the last 10 years.
Well, come to the East Coast. You'll see a lot of it. Come over here to
And
Jersey.
maybe that's a thing. But I've seen far less of that everywhere I go. Like I do see women are more pleasant in recent years. And I'm talking about the ones that I'm not even getting at and stuff. And maybe it's because guys are shooting a shot less.
I think that humbled a lot of women. The fact that men aren't cold approaching like they used to. And it's silly to do it online because most of the women, like you said, are out here catfishing. A lot of
Yeah.
them have filters. And they don't, I even personally know women online who look nothing like their pictures. Like I went to school with these women. I see these women every day and they're like baddies online. Like they have thousands of subscribers and followers. Women be on there with 10 to 20,000 followers, but ugly as heck in person.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that's bizarre. That's crazy to me.
I actually said to a chick, introduce me to her, and it was her.
Oh no. Wait, what do you mean?
So imagine you are sitting at a bar. It was at a bar. Um,
Mhm.
and you're on your own Instagram.
Okay.
Guy says, "Ooh, damn, hook me up with her." And then you say, "That's me."
Ugh. And I look nothing like the picture.
Well, I mean, after she said it, okay, so mind you, she was a prostitute.
Right.
This woman was a Dominican prostitute.
Hmm.
And she came to me, um, offering to sell some booty. Booty? Booty. She was offering to sell some booty.
Oh my god. Mm-hmm.
And I said, no, thank you, but I'll buy you a Presidente. Presidentes are like, I think it's like anywhere between 50 cents and $1. I forget exactly how much, but that's their
Mm-hmm.
Corona. That's their beer of choice.
Right.
I was like, oh no, thank you, but I'll buy you a Presidente. And I did, and she still just sat there. And I was like, there's plenty of guys here, for you to sell your booty to.
Right.
So don't waste your time, because I don't mind. That's your job. That's what you do. You sell your box. But I'm like, listen, I'm not really into it, so don't waste your time sitting here, because if you sit here all night, you lose your opportunity to sell it to somebody else here.
Right.
Um, so I was like, no, don't do that. And then because we was using a translator, we was looking at each other's phone,
Right.
and I seen a picture there. I was like, ooh, introduce me to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, no, that's me. But she said it as if I now want to buy her box. Like, because I see it online and it looks better online, like I want it in person. It was a weird dynamic, but it's awkward. It's awkward as hell.
It sounds awkward.
Well,
Like,
it is. I mean, and she was an unattractive woman, but she just looked a lot better on her picture.
right. Well, GC, tell me tell everyone the story about you meeting a woman who was a grandma when you seen her. She was old as
Oh
dirt.
God.
That's a good
Well,
one.
no, I'm not going to tell that story. Okay, I'll just say this. I met a woman who looked 24, but she photoshopped the hell out of herself, and she was a grandma. Melody, the reason why I don't always go into details when I tell stories like this, the grandma story I told everybody. I told all my friends and everybody that.
Right.
So if somebody was to hear it, they'll immediately identify me.
Oh, I got you.
because you remember the details of that story. That's something that only happened to me.
Right.
So I'll tell you privately, but if I tell it, be like, oh, that's the same shit that happened to such and such. Oh, that must be him. So, I try to keep stuff like that to minimums, but like very precise stories.
Right.
Like, meeting a hooker in a bar that don't look like her picture is something that could happen to anybody. And, so I could just tell the story.
Right. Well, the guy in a wheelchair, that was traumatizing back then, especially because I was young. I was young and I just started meeting people online, and I was just, and this guy was so handsome in the pictures, and he actually had pictures playing basketball where he's on his feet, in his car. I just told the story, but I'm saying it again for the people who didn't hear. And when I went to meet him, he was in a wheelchair. And then he apologized. I'm so sorry. I just thought if I told you, it would scare you away. But I really liked our conversation on the phone. And I thought you were beautiful in your pictures. And this was on Myspace. Like I said, I was very young. I was young. I was like a teenager. I was like 15. I was young. And he just was like, I didn't want to scare you off, but I thought if me and you spoke for a couple of months, you would want me no matter what. You would like me no matter what. And I did like him for him, but I just couldn't. He lied to me. Like, how are we going to start off this journey on a lie? So I just had to leave him. Like, I'm sorry.
I'll be honest.
Friends.
I'll be honest. You could have gave him a chance, in my opinion. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your brother, but he didn't want to be in a wheelchair, Melody, and nobody's perfect.
Right, and he was older too. Like I said, I was in my.
You say you like older dudes.
No, I do. But what I'm saying is,
he didn't lie. I mean, like, you didn't ask him, "Are you in a wheelchair?" and he said no. Like, so listen. And I'm not gonna say something as silly as wheelchair niggas need love too. But I'm just saying, like, if he's a good dude. Like, what, are you a dancer or something? Like, I mean, come on, really?
No, but he, like, being that young and hot, and I hate to.
What does that mean?
I'm not trying to blow. I'm not trying to.
No. Essentially, what you just said is that you're too hot for a man in a wheelchair. That's essentially what you just said.
I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna say that though, GC.
Okay, go ahead. I want you to finish the sentence from being that young and that hot, and then end it in a way that don't sound shallow as hell. Go for it.
Okay. Being that young and that hot and small. I was petite. I was small. I want to feel protected. Like, honestly, a lot of things have happened to me in my past where I could have got hurt, just from walking down the street by myself. So I'm with a guy in a wheelchair. I just don't feel protected. And it's just a thing. I'm a woman. You would never understand. I just, being small, petite, short, cute, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. And you're young and you're with the guy in a wheelchair. What is he going to do if someone try to harm you? So that just was my thought process. Like, that's how I thought back then. Like, no, I can't. I'm so sorry. Like, we still remain friends. We talked and everything on the phone. We were cool, but we kind of just like grew apart, because we were friends. We became friends. I ended up telling him the truth. Like, I'm going to be honest, you're not for me, but we can be friends. I still visit you if you need anything, like, we can still be friends, but I just can't. Like, so can you kind of understand where I'm coming from?
Roasted.
You can't understand.
Roasted.
Really?
You got roasted. Mess with me.
You would have roasted me if that was you?
I don't see myself being in a wheelchair and not telling a chick.
Right.
In the Black Planet days. However, yeah, somebody tell me, like, listen, I'm too hot and you can't protect me.
I would never have said that to him. That was internal. Right. That's rude. If I would have said that, that would have been rude. I didn't say that. I would never tell a man something like that that's going to hurt their feelings. But that's how I felt inside. Like, I was small at 15, 16. I looked 12. I was tiny. I was petite. I was small. I looked like a child. I'm going to be honest with you. I looked like a child up until I was 23, honestly. Okay. So I want to be protected. I wanted a man to protect me. And I just told him, I was like, you know what? I don't think it's going to work, but we can be friends. We can remain friends. And we did. I still spoke to him all the time. He told me, he's like, I appreciate you not leaving me, not running away from me, and being there for me and being my friend. He loved it. He loved the fact that I didn't leave him. That just,
you know something? I feel you, Melody. I feel you.
Really?
Yeah, I was in a similar situation, and except she was honest. And I actually wasn't even decent enough to be her friend.
Oh my gosh.
So you're a better person than I am in that regard. Honestly. You know what she told me? This was worse than a wheelchair. She told me she had the 3 letters.
Oh no, she did not tell you that.
Well, I appreciate her telling me that.
Right.
I appreciate her telling me that. And she went on and she was like, I got the 3 letters, and she told me the circumstances, which I forget, of how she got it, and she was saying, like, how she didn't have friends, like her female friends abandoned her, guys don't want to have anything to do with her, not even be her friend or anything like that. Right. And it's hard. She had a kid or 2, I forget, but she had kids, and and it's just she really just harped on the loneliness factor. Right. And I was thinking, like, it's really not right that you're just completely lonely because you don't have a vagina that people want anymore, and it's probably not. I'll forget the circumstance under which she got it, but I remember thinking that it's not entirely her fault, and she was actually trying to get me in it. In the sense that, so apparently there's a level of 3 letters to where it can't be spread.
That's only if you take the pills, I think.
Yeah, but this was before they had like all this spectacular drugs now that's meant for all these rainbows. This was, she just said that she wasn't at the level where it can be you think I give a shit?
I want to believe that.
I don't care. I do not care. How nasty, how much of a dirty dick nigga does she think I was to where I was going to stick it in, condom or not, knowing that is there? I don't care. I don't care what. I don't listen. I do not care. That's like somebody dropping a cake on a toilet and then saying that, oh, don't worry, the toilet is clean. Like, no.
Gross.
No, there's no. And I made that point clear to her, but we talked all night that night, right? Yeah. We talked all night. And
even after she told you the 3-letter words?
Yeah, because I did feel bad because she was talking about loneliness. And I actually felt bad. Like, listen, this is a lonely woman. And Melly, know this. Heed this warning. Mm-hmm. There's nothing lonelier than men not wanting to fuck you. And I learned that from her.
Wow. So I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, well, no, you don't. But but it is a thing. And she was going through that.
Yeah.
So and I said we could still be friends. And at the time of me saying it, I actually was going to I was actually thinking it. Like, Yeah, we could be friends. Like I'll call her. I have female friends that I didn't fuck, and she could be one of them. It was not a big deal. Um, but I never called again.
You felt
And
bad?
it's not because, I don't really like having females as friends or anything like that. I mean, especially considering it could work to my favor. Um, she was attractive, obviously, but having attractive female friends um, really can help you in seducing other attractive women. I don't know why y'all wired that way, but y'all are.
I
And
agree.
yeah, so that would work to my advantage, and she wasn't a bad person or a horrible person to talk to. She was actually very cool. But the reason why I didn't mess with her again, because it's very depressing. It's
Right.
very depressing to hear about a person's perpetual suffering that will soon end in death. And that's what it was back then. That's what the three letters was back then.
Yeah. Yes, Pablo. He said the package. She had the package, and he had to friend zone her, but he never called her again.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I call it three letters. But yeah, so it's hard to just listen to someone. You want to be friends with somebody, but you are hearing about, like, hey, how was your day? Well, I took the medication and it didn't take. I lost some hair and my lips are dry. It's like, oh crap. I didn't want that in my life. It wasn't worth it for a stranger.
Right.
So you are a better person than me. That
Yeah.
I think about me being in a similar situation. No, I wouldn't call it similar, but would I be able to be friends with somebody? And
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. I've friend zoned a lot of people because I just wasn't interested. But I didn't just tell them, "Hey, I'm not interested," and just leave them high and dry. I
Mhm.
still became their friend. Oh, we can be friends. You need somebody to talk to, you can call me or hit me up, inbox me or whatever. We can talk. I've always been that type of person. I've never been rude. I never turned somebody down rudely. I've never like sucked my teeth, rolled my eyes at a guy or ignored them. Like when I'm walking past guys and they try to talk to me, I don't completely ignore them or I don't say anything smart. I'll say hi. If some guys say hi to me walking by, it doesn't hurt to be friendly and say, "Oh, hi, hello." And
Mhm.
I remember one time I was walking past a bunch of guys and they said hi to me. I said hi back. They was like, "Oh my gosh, she spoke." Like they were so shocked. They was like, "Wow, you
Mhm.
spoke." Like women that look like you don't usually say anything. They just keep walking. I'm like, "Oh, I'm friendly. That don't mean we got to get married or I got to get your number or you got to get mine. I'm just being friendly." And when you're in certain parts of the world and when you're traveling, people automatically say hello. People are nice. And that's how I am. I say hi. But some women, they won't even speak. They'll call them broke dudes, and they'll say rude things to them. So they
Mhm.
deserve everything they get. Because I told you guys the one story when I did ignore because I was trying to get home from school and I got hit in the back of the head with a snowball because I guess the
Oh
guys
yeah, you
felt
told me
like I was
about that. Yeah.
right, and they felt like I was being rude, and I was very young, and so were the guys. So I don't look at this as something crazy. We were all
Like
young.
traumatic. Yeah.
Right. We were all young. This is what
It's just
kids
young dudes being young. Yeah.
yeah, this is what kids do, whatever. But still, it could be worse. You never know how crazy people are. A guy can say hello to you and he's just being nice and you can be rude and he can delete you because people nowadays are crazy.
Mhm.
You never know. Just like with road rage. I don't have road rage anymore because you never know. So, and I have another story.
Okay.
So I got pulled over. Cop put me over. And when he got out the car, he was this black cop, handsome and
Mhm.
everything. And he asked me for my number. No, first he told me what I did. I think I did something like I backed up to the corner from like I was way down and I backed up because I was doing Uber and I missed my turn. So the cop pulled me over and he said, "Well, what's your name?" let me see your license. And then I gave him my license and everything. He was like, well, I can let you off with a warning, but you have to give me your number. That's what he told me.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'll let you off with a warning, but I would like your number. I would like to get to know you. So I gave him a fake number. And tell me why he called the number before I leave to see if my phone rings.
Because what happened to me with the chick on Kelly Hill happened to him before. That's why.
Yeah.
That wasn't his first rodeo. Yeah.
So he called. He's like, so why isn't your phone ringing? Let me see your phone. And I'm like, oh, that's my other number.
Yeah,
And
you can't do fake numbers nowadays.
Yeah, you can't do it anymore. And then someone answered. Somebody answered the fake number. I was like, oh my God, I'm screwed.
Who was it? What happened?
No, it was just a random person because the number I gave him was an active number, but I didn't know. I just made it up. And somebody answered, was like, oh no, you have the wrong number. Da da da.
Well, when I say who, was it like a guy? Was it a black dude? Was it a white dude? Was it a company?
Oh, it sounded like an Indian person. It sounded.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, so I pretty much got caught. I'm like, but then I apologized and I said, I'm sorry, I'm taken. I told him I was married. He was like, well, where's your ring? I don't see a ring on your finger.
God damn.
I was like, oh my God, it was bad. But he still let me go with the warning though. But it was just awkward. Like I was just trying to get away, So that's something that happened to me that was weird. Yeah. But Angela said,
yeah, she gave out so many fake numbers. Like if you live in the day where it's you writing it on paper, then yeah, that's one thing. But nowadays people cell phone it and call it immediately, and because I do that. I do it just to say, here, let me give you my number too.
Yeah.
And then I call it, and it picks up, and she see it on the caller ID.
Yeah.
So but yeah, so the fake number days are over. The instant block for no reason days are here, which is what you should have did. I mean, could have did, but those days are still here.
I should have did that. I should have gave him my real number, or I think RZA said an app, or I should have had like the app, the text app, and gave him that number. Mm-hmm. But now I know for next time, like if I ever get pulled over by a cop and he asks for my number, just to do it differently.
Pablo says, I'm not a friend zone person, being in it nor giving it. I am not necessarily a friend zone, but not necessarily a friend zone, but can I be friends with somebody that's physically attractive? And the answer is yes.
That's another question, because a lot of men say that they can't be in a relationship, not a relationship, but a friendship with an attractive woman.
No,
but I think it can happen. It's ridiculous. I can be friends with somebody. I can go places with them. Hey, I can even stay in the same hotel room, honestly, as long as there's 2 beds, if we're friends.
Well, okay, I've never been in that particular situation, but here's the thing. And when guys say stuff like that, it's really telling to me, because what it tells me, and this isn't to their fault, but it really tells me that they don't have any attractive family members.
Right.
They don't have an attractive sister, stepsister, god cousin. They really don't. They haven't been in a situation where they're just with an attractive woman, not in a non-sexual way, which is what happens when you have attractive family members.
Right.
Like I'm pretty sure if the Haley, no, not Haley, no. Yeah, Bailey.
Really?
If the Bailey sisters, if the Bailey sisters had a brother, this guy would be used to being in non-sexual situations with attractive women. He would be used to it because both of his sisters are attractive. So, having that, it's really nothing. And I'm not talking about just direct blood relatives. There's always going to be like certain situations where a woman is attractive, but it's just not appropriate. Now, I'm not talking about just work. I'm talking about like, like, oh man, this is my sister's, friend, or I grew up with her. That wouldn't be right. Or, this is the homie sister. Like there's always going to be situations like that to where, you know, like, yeah, she's sexy, but you just overlook it, especially at my age,
Right.
like it's like, oh dang, she's bad. But the truth of the matter is, I literally used to bounce her on my knee when I was 20.
Right.
And now she's 20 and she's not riding on my knee anymore. But I don't see her that way. She was a baby. I mean, everybody was a baby, but you get what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, I get it.
so you have enough people like that in your life that's reasonably attractive. You could get used to just being in the company of an attractive woman without in a non-sexual way.
Yeah, you sure can. I think so too. I can be friends with an attractive man, a handsome man. I've done it. I've been friends with trainers, gym trainers, um, um, rappers, all types of stuff. Like I've been friends, but that don't mean I gotta sleep with them or try to be with them. I
Yeah,
just don't
exactly.
think that way.
Exactly. And keep in mind, I also used to mentor um, students. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's just something you could do it. I mean, it probably takes practice because a lot of people they grow up in like rural areas and it's not many attractive women where they live. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I could literally be friends with Kelly Stamps and not, you know, and like, okay,
Really?
she's attractive, but yeah, I could. I mean, like, trust me, I'm not talking about in the sense that you just stand in the friend zone hoping to smash or something like that. But no, like, if she was like helping me on some content creator stuff or something like that, if there was a reason that called for me to be in her company for a long period of time in a platonic way, then I would just get over, my
Right.
attraction to her.
What Huscular and Muscular say? He said, at least half of your guy friends want to smash you. Come on and stop the cat.
No, there's truth.
CAP. 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 Cap.
And that's no cap. I don't think half of my guy friends want to smash me. I'm gonna be honest. And the reason I'm saying that is because I really don't have any girlfriends. I have guy friends though, and a lot of them don't come at me in that way.
No,
They
I believe
don't.
swag. I believe swag. I do believe that you have like a high number. Listen, the situation, what I'm talking about is women that it wouldn't be appropriate for me to want that. Or if it's made clear that it's not going to be like that, but we just became friends through circumstances, you know, like, but outside of that, I do think that a large number of your friends do want to smash. Yeah.
Well, I just want to drop the link real quick for Hustler and Muscular because I do want him to explain like there is no way for many women to just be friends without some sexual feelings to come out of it. I want you to explain because I'm a woman and I'm telling you that's false. Game Changer is also telling you that he can be friends with a woman without having any sexual feelings. So, real quick, I just want to speak to you for a second if you can come up and explain that because I want to hear your take on that because I don't agree with that. GC, do you agree with that?
I do agree with the statement that half of the guys that you are friends with want to smash. But I don't agree that I have to try to smash or want to smash every attractive woman in my company. That
But
I'm not.
you're kind of contradicting yourself because you're saying you believe what he's saying, but you're saying that doesn't apply to you.
What I'm saying is that the situations I'm talking about are circumstances. There's a reason why I don't feel it's appropriate for me to want to smash. but I can be in the company of an attractive woman and not want that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I guess, but here he is. Hello, H&M. Welcome to Checkmate.
What's going on, sweet melody? Love what you're telling me. The way you be killing it's a felony.
Appreciate that.
Shout out to Game Changer, the #1 entertainer. He puts a whip in the game like a lion tamer.
What's going on?
So yeah, we don't usually do this, but we wanted to drop the link for you because we want you to explain that comment.
What comment?
That you made about wait, where is it? Here. Without any sexual feelings coming out of it, and men not pretty much you said men always want to smash if they have an attractive friend.
Oh,
correct?
yes. Me and your boy Swag talked about that on my panel about 2 weeks ago. And we both agree men and women cannot be just friends without something coming out of it. Now, do I agree with that 100%? No. Because I believe men and women can be friends without something sexual happening. Because I got females I would never in a million years want to smash. But then again, I'm not really attracted to them. So that's just me. But at the same damn time, your boy Swag made a point. You spend enough time with a nigga, a dude or whatever, them feelings gonna catch up to you. They gonna come out. It's happened to me several times. I've had females I never wanted to smash at some point, but I'm gonna say 3 months after hanging out with this person, okay, now I'm feeling a little horny. I'm feeling a little froggy. She's horny. She's froggy. We're gonna do a little something.
All right, so Swag, let me ask you this.
That's not Swag.
I'm not Swag.
H&M. Let me
I'm hustler and muscular, damn it.
My bad, because you mentioned them earlier. But let me ask you this: do you have a sister?
No, I have female cousins though.
Okay. Between your female cousins, the one that you're closest in age to, do you have an agreement to not smash each other's friends?
We never talked about that, honestly.
An unspoken agreement. Is it unspoken but clear that y'all are not to smash each other's friends?
For some people, yeah, but I guess to each his own.
No, I'm asking to you.
Didn't I just say we never had that discussion with my cousins, the ones of my age range?
Unspoken. I say unspoken to where it's just generally understood.
Oh, unspoken. Nope. No. Never thought of it. No. Unspoken. Whether spoken or unspoken, we never thought about that.
Would you smash your god sister?
God sister? As in not my actual biological sister?
Not your actual biological sister, but it is the person who
You're breaking up really bad.
You're going in and out, GC. I thought it was just me, but you're going in and out, man.
Yeah, you really are.
I am? Oh, no, I was saying, would you smash your god sister? Your mother's goddaughter?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
There exist people that you wouldn't smash because of a rule. Would you smash your homie's sister?
My homie's sister. What they say, no deals on the sibs.
Okay, so you do have situations where there, and let's assume that your homie sister is attractive, where there can be an attractive woman that you don't want to smash.
Okay, I will say this though. I did smash my ex-girlfriend's best friend when we broke up 6 months later.
That doesn't count.
How? What
Because
you
it's
mean?
not part of the rule. I'm saying that men have rules and codes, and sometimes these rules and codes includes not smashing certain attractive women. And I'm saying if you could follow that rule and code, then you can follow it, in regular scenarios. That's what I'm saying.
I don't believe in that entirely, but it is what it is.
No, so you're telling me that you don't have any code and any attractive one. So your best friend's ex or some crap like that. You'd smash. Like you don't have your best friend's sister and stuff. Your best friend's mom. If she's hot enough, you smash. That's what you're saying.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
What I'm
You are
saying,
one sick bastard. You are one sick bastard. You know that?
Well, it's
So
sick
you wouldn't.
because it's past the code. That's what I'm saying. So you have a code of stuff that you feel is wrong to do.
Correct.
Me personally, I wouldn't fuck my god sister, but you called me sick. That's some shit.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
Well, you said they ain't biologically. What if you? What if she's your stepsister? What then? Does that make a difference? A stepsister.
No, that's worse.
Yeah.
How? Explain.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying, man.
I have to agree with Game Changer. That's pretty bad because your parents, your mom or your dad married her. Your parent married her parents, so that's making you guys stepbrother and sister. So now it's off limits. I don't care how attractive she is. She's off limits because now that became your sister. Even though you're not biologically related,
Exactly.
still your sister. So she's off limits.
I get that, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying it happens. Believe it or not, it can happen. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it should happen, but I'm saying it can happen.
No, there's a whole thing of porn related to that, and that's twisted. I know it's a bunch of H&Ms out there that think of stuff like that. No.
What you mean, man? Come on.
I'm saying that you fuck your stepsister. That's what I'm saying. What do you mean? What the fuck? I mean,
I didn't say I would. I said, would it make a difference if it was a stepsister? I didn't say I would do it. You're putting words in my mouth, dog. Come on, man.
No. The fact that you asked, or stated that it's not blood means that you would do it. See, you one of those people.
I was curious, damn it.
No. That curiosity means that you're curious about what your stepsister pussy is going to feel like. That's what that means.
I need to poll a chat. I want to know, put a 1 in the chat if you will sleep with your step sibling, whether it's your stepbrother or your stepsister. So this is for the men and the ladies. Put a 1 in the chat if you will sleep with your step sibling if they were hot to you.
Somebody gonna say yes.
2 in the chat if you would never. 1 in the chat if you would. 2 in the chat if you would never. All right, Swag said he would never. He would never sleep with a stepsister.
Well, that's the homie. Okay.
Ask Swag about a god sister.
Somebody
Swag,
gonna say yes.
how about your god? Here, Swag. I need to hear from you too. So Angela said no.
K Capo said maybe. Oh my God. He said maybe.
We got 1 maybe. We have another no. This right here, Killer Swag, if you can come up, because I want to ask you a question as well about your god sister. If you can come up and answer that question. But it looks like everyone is saying they would. That's off limits. They wouldn't touch.
Except K Capo. Oh God.
Except for K Capo, because he said maybe.
That's almost.
Maybe I won't.
And y'all say I'm sick. Golly.
Well, you asked. Is it blood? Here's the thing.
I was curious, man.
When somebody say stuff like, "Is she my first cousin?" That means you're thinking it.
Mm-hmm.
That means you're thinking it. That question means that you are pondering if it's okay.
Right.
If we're family, this shit is never okay.
But you're making a distinction between blood and cuz. That is what you're making.
Blood and cuz.
Listen, I've even heard of stories where people's like, "Oh, as long as it's not my first, second, or third cousin, I'll definitely get with them." Like they'll get with like a distant cousin.
Those people eat dirt.
4th, 5th, and 6th.
I remember I was at a family reunion, and my cousin was there with a baddie, and this is a second cousin that was with the baddie, and I straight up, when we got back to Graham T's house, grandma's sister, grand auntie's house, my grand auntie, her grandmother, I just straight up asked, Are you her friend from LA, or are we related? And she said, no, we're related. And that was it. I didn't ask how. I didn't say,
Right.
is it twice removed? See, that would mean that I'm thinking it. That would mean that I'm thinking it. But no, the moment she just said we're related, and it can't be close because I don't know her, but we are, and that's it. That's all I need to know.
That's it, yeah. I've had cousins. I'm not saying any names because I don't know who's watching this, but I've had cousins who tried to get at me. And they're like, oh, but we're not like direct cousins. We're like fourth cousins. I'm like, it doesn't matter if we were eighth cousins. You're my cousin. I see you at family reunions. I'm not with that. I'm sorry. I'm just not with it. It's just sick and twisted.
Mm-hmm.
We're still related regardless if you're 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th cousin. Hey, Swag.
How do all them numbers work? Damn.
I don't want to know. See, I've never been so interested in my cousin that I tried to figure out the science of it. Like, ooh, how can I do this and not have retarded babies? I just let it go.
Right. All right, everybody, that the panel is closed. Please do not hit that link. I'm just letting you guys know. The panel is closed.
Panel is closed. And let me give a shout out to Killer Swag. Get that bag. He don't care about price tags.
Right. Hey, Swag.
What's going on, everybody?
Nothing much. Thanks for coming up. I know you just got off of work, but I really need you to answer this question.
He sound tired.
What's your question, Melody?
We want to know. Go ahead, GC, because it was your question.
Oh, would you smash your stepsister? Was it stepsister? Yeah.
Or God sister.
No, you said no to the stepsister. So yeah, God sister.
God sister.
Yep. No relation. And be honest.
Depends on how she look, man.
Oh, interesting.
It is interesting. Me, as a matter of practice, I do not deal in those shenanigans. The term sister means something.
Not if she ain't bound by blood.
God damn it! Well, neither is the stepsister, and you press 2 to that.
So what?
Wait, Pablo.
Well, that's not bound by blood.
I still wouldn't do it though.
Okay? Answer me this. To you, what's the difference between a stepsister and a god sister?
A stepsister and a god sister. Okay. The difference is that either my mom or my dad would get married to someone else, and that person would become my sibling. A god sister or god whatever is like that's really not that close.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, because if it's your god sister, that means you guys grew up together, no?
No.
Not necessarily, but still.
Okay.
Still, it's just wrong. The name sister makes it wrong.
How about sister wives?
Now, answer me this. And that's different. Answer me this. Answer me this, H&M.
Sister.
Answer me this, H&M.
Y'all got me when I'm tired right now.
You got the juice to stay up for this.
Okay.
He got a question for you, H&M. Ask his question.
All right, speak.
Okay, your aunt marries a guy, and he becomes your uncle, and he has a sister, making her your auntie-in-law, if there is such a thing.
Auntie-in-law?
I got a future cousin-in-law, so maybe it is a such thing. I don't know.
Okay.
Would you do that?
Would I do that? Hell no. Nope. No. Not doing it. Hell no. So the no.
Okay.
Well, I have a question. Who's that guy who raised his daughter and his stepdaughter and married
Lee
her?
Allen or something like that.
Lee Allen.
His adopted.
That's just crazy.
His adopted daughter raised her from a baby. And
you said Woody Allen?
Something like that. I forget. Something like that. But yeah, he raised his daughter to his adopted daughter
He
and he
groomed her.
married her. Yeah, he groomed her.
That's weird.
That's just weird. That's your daughter. Once you adopt someone and give them your last name, especially from diapers, that is you. That is your daughter. That means you raised her and you was changing her diaper. That's just weird. Just thinking about it is just weird. Like, was you molesting her? Like, what were you doing? And then now you're with her and you're marrying her. It's just weird.
Agreed.
Yeah. It's just weird. But I guess that's the same scenario. I guess he don't see no limits. He don't see any lines.
The reason why I brought this up, H&M, is because I'm saying that whatever your lines are, you have them. And you have restrictions on certain attractive women given the circumstances. That's all I want to say.
Do you agree, H&M? You there? Oh, he probably doing something.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sorry. What you say now? I just came back in.
No, I was just saying you have certain lines that you wouldn't have crossed even for an attractive woman.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so there are situations where a man is in a company, the long-term company of an attractive woman, and he don't partake.
Yep, that happened.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we were saying. Because you were saying that, that guys can't be friends with an attractive woman without wanting to smash. Which means you want to smash Melody. And Chantel.
Damn.
And all the other chicks.
I can't call them friends like that per se. So
it's long-term company. You are in the long-term company of these women.
Well, I'll probably smash Melody first before I get to Chantel.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Well, that's a compliment. There you go, Melody. If you were ever wondering who's more smashable.
Well, I guess, but she's a pretty girl as well. I mean, this space has.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, this space has a lot of beautiful women. Like, I swear, just thinking about them. All right, come on, Blue. Yep. Here, this is for you. You can answer the question too. And K Capo said he want to come up. You can answer it because we don't have that much time. We're gonna stay on for 30 more minutes. But Blue and K Capo, if you want to come up and answer this question, you can. Because I really want to know how men think. I really want to get in the mind of men. Because me personally, I'm not smashing my stepbrother, my stepdaddy. I'm not smashing my stepbrother. No, step cousin.
Somebody says Super Smash Family.
Yeah, that's just weird. Hey, Blue. Question.
Super Smash Brothers. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Blue. Would you sleep with a stepsister or a god sister?
Nah.
Why not? What's your reasoning?
I mean, it just, I wouldn't want to be in that situation. Because if you have sex with your god sister, right? What that mean? Wait, hold on. I can't really hear you.
You can't.
Like, that means that's your sister, right? Your whatever name in it, your stepsister, god sister, right?
Right.
So they ain't gonna be awkward when y'all doing. How that's gonna look on the holidays? Like, I'm just saying, like, yo, how that's gonna look on the holidays?
I didn't think of that.
Like, what y'all gonna be sitting there holding hands at the table? Like it just But I guess sometimes people don't think further into stuff like that. I'm saying that's just how I am. I think into situations, so I think, how the fuck I'ma look?
Blue, I got 2 words. Lavanda free. That's all I'm gonna say. And that was
now see to the audience where she said that, right?
Lavanda and free.
This is a true, actual story. I mean, you want to tell it?
You can tell it.
No, you tell it because
they my cousins, so I'm not gonna
yeah.
tell the story.
So
You
it's
tell
better.
it.
You could tell it. You could describe it better than I can.
I don't want to talk about my cousins. Why don't you do it?
No, I don't talk about your cousins. Like if you got smashing cousins, then don't make that public.
Wait, but why can't we
Wow.
talk about it? But y'all asking the questions about it,
Yeah,
and then it's like, don't talk about it.
This is not specific people with names. These are, just empty shells of stepsisters and stuff like that. But once you start bringing in names in direct relations, like this person is smashing this cousin, that's when it becomes real.
That's the whole point. But GC, I would think that that's the whole point because that's the reality of it.
No, I don't see. No, when it's somebody's reality, what is a secret? Like somebody would.
It's not a secret. It's not a secret, GC.
It's not a secret.
GC, it's not a secret.
This is talked about. This is
These motherfuckers live together.
And they got kids.
Oh, God damn it.
Yes, GC. Now you see.
What the fuck is going
now, GC.
on?
Now you see when fucking sister-in-law goes wrong? That shit went wrong there.
That's not sister-in-law. That's cousins.
Yo, these motherfuckers live together, GC.
That's his mother and her mother are like first.
That's why I said she can explain it better.
It's weird. But
so now,
cousins, and they
now
got
GC and swag. Now, when it gets like that, and that's the thing. What I'm saying, it's like to do it. All right, you did it. But when a situation goes that way because of that, that's all. I don't know.
It's awkward, and
I agree. I agree. Like you. There's lines for a reason. There's lines for a reason, and you got to just draw the line somewhere, or else you go into chaos and have monster babies and stuff like that. Like,
is it safe to say in general in life there are lines, and when sometimes when you get to that line, then that's when it's real.
Exactly. You got to have
you know what I mean? It's like, yo, you could do things in the street in life and you can go to jail. You see what I'm saying? So we live a way to where we don't want to live to cross that line to be in there. So we'll live a certain way in life. We'll go get a job. You know what I'm saying? We're working 9 to 5 because we're not trying to cross that line because we know that line is real. You will lock me up. You will give me time. It's history of that. I think sometimes there's no history of when people cross a line. So sometimes for say us, we just thinking of something, oh yeah, sisters this, yeah, I smash. But we don't think about that line because there's no history or knowledge of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just speaking from an experience situation to why I wouldn't do it. You see what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't want it to get that far. Like I wouldn't do that shit.
Plus, I'm not.
It's a slippery slope. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those you can look but don't touch.
You shouldn't even be looking. You shouldn't even be looking.
I'm not gonna.
I mean, but nah, fuck that. But you are.
Thoughts. Like I'm looking like regular, like sister, but not looking
not looking to smash, just looking like pretty gorgeous. Okay, that's it. But not looking like, damn, I want to fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, yeah. Not looking like that.
Yeah.
Don't look at her in a sexual manner.
Yeah, just looking, you acknowledging their beauty. Just like if a motherfucker was ugly, you're gonna acknowledge that they ugly. Like she's just ugly motherfucker.
No, you won't.
Huh?
What you mean you won't acknowledge if they're ugly?
I'm not doing it. No, I won't.
Okay.
No, I mean you recognize if a person is attractive or unattractive, family or otherwise.
Yeah.
And that's because you just kind of know, okay, my sister looks like this, and niggas gonna act like this, so I got to be ready for it. You have to do that.
You know your good looking cousins and your ugly cousins.
Yeah, Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my cousin.
where's your
She bad
daughter?
as hell. Like,
I be
But
this
wondering,
my
nobody
cousin.
my cousin is bad as hell. Like, that's weird to say.
No, I'm saying in general. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why is that with the? If your cousin bad, she bad. Some people carry a swag to where you just gotta acknowledge, like, yo, she bad. She carry herself like she bad.
I mean, I
You know what I'm
guess.
saying?
No,
Like,
I hear
that's just something that everybody can see, not just you. You're not the only one who can see that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's their aura.
they got that glow, yeah.
Yeah, like I got some cousins. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, she's bad. She's pretty. She's a bad female.
Well, I mean,
Not
every
all
bad
of them
chick
like
out
that.
there, like
And,
damn
and
near every bad chick out there is somebody's cousin, and their cousin would have to recognize it. Like Lori Harvey has a cousin who knows that she looks that way because she's famous for looking that way. Like
yeah,
Michael B. Jordan, he has a female cousin who understands that that's how he is.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, yeah.
That and usually what comes with that, like a party person or into like modeling. Like I know I could, what cousin I could say Mel right now on top, like Slick daughter. She bad. She a little pretty. She's you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
She
she's
bad.
gorgeous.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? She a
Yes.
bad chick. Like she casts her like a bad chick. She, go on her Instagram. She bad.
Yeah, she's really pretty. How old is she
It
now?
ain't, and now that's not nothing with me looking at her sexually. I'm just saying in this realm of time with the social media, she a bad chick on there.
She
It's
is.
a lot of bad chicks on there, and that's what I'm saying. And you got some chicks that ain't, they ain't getting no attention because they not that attractive.
Yeah. And it sucks to be a woman and not attractive. That's your whole being. Like, I'm a woman and I'm ugly. Like,
But
to me.
motherfuckers try hard though.
But the thing about it, we were just talking about it earlier. On social media, anybody can be bad. Anybody.
Exactly. Motherfuckers
Yep.
go and motherfuckers go out here get their bodies done and do all types of shit just to get
Yeah.
some attention that chicks get normally on the regular. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers out here spending a bag to get that attention.
I appreciate it. I do.
You
Right?
appreciate women getting their bodies done?
I mean, a woman should do whatever it takes to make my dick hard. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Yeah. I think
Even die for it.
Even die
well,
for it?
they should risk their lives for it. Absolutely.
Why? You hear this?
Absolutely. Listen,
I
let's
heard it.
not
I heard
play
it.
games here. No, let's not play games here. The problem with modern women is that they don't work hard enough for my dick. They don't, making them ill qualified.
Oh,
You got whole cohorts of brothers leaving the continent to find better bitches because these chicks aren't putting in the effort. So absolutely, they need to work harder, in whatever facet it takes to make themselves worthy of me.
Right, but you said it. You said they need to work harder, which means
No,
and
if working harder is no Melody. If working harder means earning that money and spending it on in a way that pleases me, then do that. But it's still work.
Well, that's one thing that me and you got to disagree on, and we agree on a lot of things, but them BBLs is killing them.
Yeah, no. See, I'm not so much of a butt man, and I'm really not a BBL man. So to where I care about that. But see, I was seeing a chick who though her shape was nice, she had brains on her belly, and the shit's nasty as hell. And that's because she had a little girl. And so by brains on her belly, like when the shit be wrinkled and it looked like a brain.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so she had that. And she took care of that. It cost her $7,000.
Okay, that's different. See, that's a little bit
do what it take to make me happy.
That's a little bit of cosmetic surgery, and I respect that. Like if you have really bad like stretch marks, or like you call it, the brains, or you have anything that needs to be fixed like that, that's fine. I say go for it. But when you're playing Frankenstein, these chicks out here playing Frankenstein, they going and laying there and letting a doctor just turn them into something. Like build a bitch. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, I had to say it. Like, no.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, like no. And then a lot of them are passing away just to look like something they're not. GC, that's crazy.
Now, okay. I would rather that than just a full-on ugly bitch. There, I said it. I would rather that than a full-on ugly bitch.
I understand, but there's
And if those are the choices,
you rather take a BBL chick over some naturally born ugly chick?
no,
I don't get it.
BBL is the ass. That's the ass. Listen, I would rather, if you're asking if I would rather have a flat ass than a BBL ass, I'd say yes, I would rather have a flat ass. Kelly Stamp is not an ass woman. She don't have an ass.
Okay.
Ass. Continue.
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I prefer, like everybody, a full-on natural beauty. But there's nothing worse than a bitch that don't give a shit, walking around thinking she fine as hell anyway. And that is what we seen on the first on the first Kendra G video that we covered today, Melody.
Oh yeah.
See, it's that mentality. That mentality is sicker than a Build-A-Bitch. That's it. So yeah. So yes, and if she doesn't have the brain to go to the gym and eat right and lose that, would you say she needed like 50 gone and lose that 50, then she go under the knife. But she gonna get rid of it because my dick is worth it. And the fact that she went out and did that, she understands that my dick is worth it. That's respecting my dick, Melody.
Okay, well, I understand going under the knife to get the gastric bypass, like if it's an emergency.
Not an emergency. No. Making my dick hard is not an emergency. You do it because I like it.
I don't agree. Don't go under the knife. Go to the gym. You're a big.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're big on going to the gym, so I don't understand why we're not like.
I'm saying that absent that, I prefer that. I prefer that over the knife, but I prefer the knife over a fat ass bitch. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but I prefer the gym over a fat ass bitch. I prefer.
No, it's a hierarchy, Melody. The gym is over all. There's gym, knife, fat bitch. Gym, knife, fat bitch, meaning that the gym is already on the top of it.
Right. I just don't respect Frankenstein. I don't.
I like that word. Frankenstein. That's crazy.
Frankenstein. I don't respect.
I respect everything more than fat bitches.
Really? At least fat is natural, sort of, kind of.
It's natural, but there's things you can do. Like if you ugly, there's makeup. You can even contour. I don't believe in contouring. I don't do none of that. I color in my eyebrows. I put some lashes on and some lip gloss or maybe some lipstick. That's it. Probably a little bit of foundation, but the contouring and all that, changing your face and your bone structure, I don't believe in that. I just started wearing makeup a few years ago. So I don't believe in all that changing your face. But if you're ugly, why not? Like you said, GC, to please you, to please your penis, like you said, you want a woman to do what it takes. So if you're ugly, there's makeup, contour. If you're fat, there's even like girdles to make you look good if you want to go out in a girdle, No.
No.
A girdle?
No, that don't count. Girls do not count.
I understand it doesn't count, but it's a quick fix for the moment. But
it's
I'm
not
saying
a quick fix for the moment because you gotta take it off for me to fuck you.
I
and then
that.
I see all the nasty in it.
But I'm saying go to the gym. Go to the gym. Eat
I
right.
agree.
There's things that you can
I
do.
agree.
You
And I'm saying that is the top.
Diet and exercise.
Yeah,
Mhm.
diet and exercise.
Listen,
What
y'all
you gonna
preaching
do
to the
at night
choir.
for?
Listen, y'all preaching to the choir. I'm saying that is the top. But I have a greater disdain for those who do nothing and think that I should raise my penis for that. That's ridiculous.
All right.
So she got to go to hell and back just to please you, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh well, I'm up there with you. That's why I deal with chicks who are already in shape, already go to the gym and go work out together. Shit.
Yeah, let's work out together. Let's lift some weights. Why don't you be my trainer? You know, let's do
I
this
wouldn't mind.
journey.
No. It means you're already fucked up if I have to work out with you. It means that
What?
that you
What
need
you
a
mean, man?
It means that you're already fucked up if I have to work out with you. If that is a selling point, then that means that you already fucked up, that you need a workout. Nope. I want you to come already good bodied. And then in whatever you're doing in the gym isn't a necessity. It's
Already
just
fucked up.
It's
Well, as we say in the army, unfuck yourself. Help her unfuck herself if she's all fucked up.
All right. But yeah, you say quick fix don't last, but I'm saying while you're you got to do something while you're trying to exercise and work out. And if that means wear a bodysuit or a girdle, do it. Do it just to look good, just until you actually lose some weight.
By the way, what is a girl? Is that the thing you put around your waist or whatever?
No,
Yeah,
that's
you put it
the
around
thing
your
that
fat.
fat people wear. It's like a body that they put on to make them look slimmer.
In Philippines at my job, you're wearing them things. Okay, so that's what those are.
Yeah, to make them
You
look
work in a
slimmer
hospital?
and smoother.
No, I work at an airport in Philippines. I saw a Philippine guy with something like that on.
Oh, it's a guy.
Yes, it was a man.
That's funny.
Yes, I don't know. I don't judge, but I'm just saying. I noticed it.
Yeah, but I agree with you, GC. Woman should be the best version of herself. That's 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
For my penis.
And you can help her with that if she wants to help. Go to the gym, make a gym date or something. I do it a lot too.
I'm not helping a fat bitch. No.
Damn it, GC.
You know what I noticed? Like when you watch like Hispanic TV, turn on Hispanic like a news station or like an Indian news station. The woman is gorgeous. Like I mean, she's dressed.
Of course.
She has a nice body. She's dressed nice and everything. You turn on a news station for America, it's a fat older chick.
Not all the time.
You know why this is?
A lot of
you want to know why this is, Melody?
The NBC News having some fan women.
And it's not even just the news. You see, other countries have the balls to say you are not people, you fat bitches. They set standards. Because listen, you want to know what else they don't do? They don't hire fat stewardess. They don't hire fat ass stewardess in other countries, because I go there and they all tall, especially for like an Asian woman. When I go to Asia, you know, they're tall for an Asian woman and they are always slim. They look like stewardess is supposed to look.
Like models.
But we be having these fat ass bitches, and you know that little chair that be in the back of the airplane? That little chair with the and they know it's supposed to seat two, but it only seats one. It only seats one.
Yeah.
And they be stealing those orange juices. I'm telling you, it's too many fat bitches in regular woman positions. There was a time, and you see it on like old timey movies and stuff like that, where you know you had the slim bitches, and when they went to work, they had to wear skates. Like
skates. All that.
Huh?
Oh, like on those like 50s, like the shows, like the 50s and stuff.
Yeah, in the 50s.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
in
the
the
50s.
In the 50s, they didn't hire fat bitches, and they made the skinny bitches wear skates. So yeah. I'm telling you, we need to bring that back. We need to get rid of these fat ass bitches and put skates on the skinny ones. That's what we need to.
That'll work. Have them work at Hooters. Have them work at Hooters, skating around a restaurant.
No, you know what's crazy?
No, because they had the people. They had the like information, like because they had the old timey phones, and you call and you say, "Operator, give me such and such," and then it'll be a bitch on skates, and she skate the order to the next chick, and she put the two wires together. They were on skates. H&M.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
I went to a Hooters and I saw fat, undesirable looking females. I'm like, Hooters used to be different.
Was she working or was she just a page up?
No, they had the Hooters outfits on.
Oh my God, no, it's happening.
It's happening.
They kind of predicted this. They're gonna start hiring obese chicks to work at Hooters. Oh boy.
Let me see if I can pull something up with that. It's happening, y'all. I seen it. And I was like,
not at my Hooters, it ain't.
Oh, you still have the hot Hooters chicks?
You're damn right we do. And they only gonna get hotter, baby.
Right. No.
Oh my God, what was that for?
Let me see.
It was for my sweet melody. That's what it was for.
Okay, whatever you say, buddy.
That's stupid. There we go. What is this? Wait. All right. Let me show y'all something real quick. Share the screen for a second. Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah,
I can.
All right.
Not bad looking.
Not these girls. These are regular Hooters. You ready?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I guess I'm ready.
Yeah.
Wait, let's get to it. Where they at? Here they are.
What the fuck is this shit? Oh my God. I saw that poster before, so I know what it looked like.
So we got a body positivity Hooters girls.
Yeah, but look.
It's body negativity at its worst.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, see, that's not Hooters. Those are pigeons. Like,
those aren't even pigeons, man. Those are warthogs. What are you talking about?
well,
They're bald eagles.
I'm trying to stay in the bird family, but those
no, those don't deserve to be in the bird family. Call them what they are. They're warthogs.
They're not regular. And
they're
see, this is what I'm
warthogs.
talking about, Melody. This is what I'm talking about. I would rather that they go under the knife than to hand me a knife at Hooters. Like honestly. And they need to like force it. Like if I was the emperor of America, I would like force change. And step one would be put these bitches in a hamster wheel. And no, honestly.
Oh God.
Honestly, like put them in a hamster wheel and make them like have 4 of them in a hamster wheel and make it power a big ass car full of more attractive women. That is what I would do.
A hamster wheel.
Yeah.
We're all 7 of them.
No, 4 each. Like 4 each, 4 wheels, and it'll just fall around like regular sized women. Like that is what I would do. Fuck this. See, this is ridiculous. I'm telling you, their milk is all fucked up. Like this is why so many babies have like all kind of shit wrong with them, because bitches like this got nasty milk. Like it's hella like gluten allergy babies and all kind of crap.
Yeah.
Asthma kids. Like it's all kind of messed up kids, and that's because their diet ain't shit and their milk ain't shit.
I believe you, but Zone said it must be in the South, and I said the same thing when I saw this. I'm like, this gotta be the South.
Yeah, it likely is. I don't frequent Hooters.
Yeah,
I went to Hooters one time, and man, oh man, it was during the day, but you get the point.
No, usually they're young, gorgeous, petite, but nice shaped women, and they're all different races, But this is embarrassing because look, they're all black. These are black, fat women.
Exactly.
Embarrassing.
Exactly. It needs to be called mammies. It needs to be called like
mammies. Hooters, mammies.
Fatty mammies.
It is awful. It might as well be called chitlins. Like that shit is terrible.
Not chitlins.
And damn, I love me some chitlins on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Come on, don't go there.
You lying.
I've never had chitlins ever.
I love them. I eat them every Thanksgiving, especially with some nice good hot sauce.
And you thankful for that?
You damn right I'm thankful for that.
Oh my God.
I can't.
I don't think I would have told anybody. That, what the hell? All right. To each his own, I guess.
I would have kept that to myself, I swear.
What's that funny?
I'm not ashamed.
Huh?
So what?
What'd you say?
I didn't hear it, but
we had the almost at the 3 hour mark. So I think we should start doing our final thoughts now.
This is disgusting.
Oh, Zone said that it's fake news. So that's good. That's good.
But I've seen real fat Hooters girls, and not like that where every girl was fat, but I went in a Hooters and it was like chunky girls in there. It was like two.
Okay, now so every now and again, like you need a fat woman to make other women understand their superiority. You do. You need that token fat bitch. So like, cause all right, you, Melody, know how women get in a room full of equally or greater than attractive women. Mm-hmm. They lose their confidence. So like, if it's a room full of 9s and you're the only 8, you feel like a 4.
Yeah, that's true.
So they have the fat bitch there to anchor that.
I get you.
To anchor that. This is the guaranteed ugliest bitch in the room.
Right.
It adjusts the curves.
Right.
It adjusts that grading scale. So I could see them doing that. But I can't see it. I'm glad that some places have the balls to say you can't sit with us and you're not hot enough for this job. I am happy that places like that exist, and it's always going to exist. There are certain jobs that you're simply not hot enough. Like, and I always use this example. What's the difference between a chick that work at a waitress at Denny's versus a waitress at one of those $250 a plate spot?
What is it?
Yeah,
what's the difference?
Anybody can answer that?
Because they're both serving food, but one of them get paid significantly more.
One pays more?
It's significantly more because the tips is a function of the cost of the food.
Right.
So that's what being fat gets you. It gets you Denny's tips. It gets you the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity for $4.99, and you get 15% of that. While the more attractive women get better tips. Why? Because they're better. More attractive women are of greater value to society. They are. They make people live longer. They make soldiers fight better. They make the air smell gooder. They're better at being women. They make babies happier. Mm-hmm. They're better at being women. And they deserve to be rewarded.
Agreed.
That's my thought.
Yeah, but I always agree with that, GC. Because you always said that. Your message never changed. And I'll stand by that. All right. Hustler, Muscular, what is your final thought? We're about to shut it down. What's your final thought?
My final thoughts, a great show as always. Didn't think it'd be an open panel, but I'm glad you changed your mind. You did understand what I was talking about that comment, right? We clear on that now?
Wait, which comment? Sorry.
Men and women having friend zoning men
Oh, I mean, I still stand by what I believe. Oh, I didn't ask Blue that question. Blue.
What are your thoughts? You think men and women can be just friends without turn to something sexual? Yes, no, maybe.
What do you think, Blue? Oh, he probably walked. He probably
Yeah,
walked.
brother asleep. This is late, Melody.
He's
I mean,
probably
especially
asleep.
on the East Coast.
How about you, Swag? Let's answer that question before we go.
We talked about that on my panel, so go ahead.
Oh, see, he answered it. Okay. Yeah. Well, was that your final thought? Yeah, but I don't really agree with that.
What was being asked for real? I didn't catch it. I was busy doing something.
We talked about that on my panel, but Melody wants to know, can men and women be just friends without turning to anything sexual? You and I talked about this. Now explain it to her, please.
Well, like I say, as long as genitalia don't get involved, I don't see the problem. But once that gets introduced in a relationship, it's impossible. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, once it get introduced, absolutely. But I'm saying, let's say I never saw your genitalia. I never seen it, right? I never seen your genitalia. I never seen anybody like, a lot of you got like nobody's genitalia.
Right.
So,
by the way, let me make this clear. We're not talking about you walk in on somebody while they're in the bathroom changing or washing up or whatever. No, we're talking about deliberately exposing yourself in front of somebody of the opposite sex. Like Melody walking around Swag House in lingerie, or he walking around her house in, I don't know, drawers, boxes, and tube socks. That kind of exposure.
That's different. That's all.
That's what we're talking about.
That's different. See, if we're just friends and you never seen anything and I never seen anything, why can't we just remain friends? That's what I was talking about.
Well, then that shouldn't be an issue, because long as y'all don't step over any boundaries, especially with that, and even to a certain degree, don't even kiss.
I kissed one of my best friends, but it didn't go nowhere.
Mouth?
Yes, on the mouth, but look, it didn't go nowhere.
Did you want it to go somewhere when you did that?
I mean, she has some juicy ass lips. Don't get me wrong, but I wasn't attracted to her like that, honestly.
Maybe you weren't attracted to her, but probably your meat was.
Nope. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Damn.
Listen, I could be all you guys on the panel's friend without seeing your genitalia and you seeing mine. We can just remain friends. That's it. Nothing more. Like, we all friends. It is what it is.
Those words are true.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I don't understand how you feel you can't just be friends.
I mean, as long as it's already been established that y'all are two just friends and it's going to be nothing more than that, I don't see what the issue is.
Exactly. Even if you have an ex that was with, and you guys aren't together anymore, you guys can still be friends. Like,
no, you can't.
Why can't you?
Because y'all got a sexual history, and that's gonna ruin everything. Nuh-uh. I talked about that on my own panel. That ain't happening. Nope.
Talk about it here, H&O.
How isn't it happening? I'm confused.
I explained it more.
When me and my ex broke up, man, we ain't talked to each other in 13 years. I'm the guy whose genitals she once had, and vice versa. So we can't just be regular friends. That's if nothing happened. Nuh-uh, that just ain't happening.
I didn't say pretend nothing happened. You had past. Yeah, I had history. That's why it's called history. But you might still care about that person. You still love that person. But you know it can't be the way it used to be. So you're still gonna be friends with that person because you care.
I mean, true, but Melody,
What's
wouldn't
up?
you think that would still be kind of crazy? Because at one point, not only did you love them and care for them, but you were in love with this person. That type of stuff don't just shirt off.
Correct.
I've done that. I've done that. It's I've been friends with exes. I mean, the circumstances under which we became exes were out of both of our control, but that shouldn't affect a friendship.
I mean, yeah, and plus it also depends on how the relationship ended. Like if y'all both just mutually just said, it's not gonna work out, then yeah, I guess you could still be friends. But if it was a nasty breakup, I I don't know.
I know people
No,
that
like I mean, so
still
you
friends.
have a high school girlfriend and she goes to one college, you go to another. It's like, listen,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
we're
That's
apart,
different.
and you know, but when we come back in the summers, we're still friends, you know, and then
Mhm.
that's that.
I
And then
actually
y'all
had a
right back at it.
situation like that before, so yeah.
It can happen.
Yeah. I actually had a situation like that before, so yeah. I know for a fact it can happen.
Right. So all of us are saying it can happen. H&M is the only one who still thinks it can't. So
No, he said he understood.
oh, he understands.
No,
Okay.
he said he get it. Yeah, he just said just like how I said. Once genitalia is involved, it's just like nah, it's no go. But
That's not
I'm
true.
What?
elaborate, Melody.
You can have an ex and still be really close and not sleep with them. It can happen.
Melanie.
Stop the cap.
No, it ain't
Not,
cap. So it
not
ain't
him
cap.
playing that. Not him playing that though.
It's not cap.
Stop the cap.
It's not cap.
I mean,
You said it, so you can play it. You said the word.
I mean, I didn't say it, but you know, I mean, okay.
C-A-P. Cap. Cap. C-A-P. Cap.
All right. So this is gonna have to be another show because it's getting late.
Yeah, it
But
is.
I really don't think that's just my opinion, and I'm standing on it. GC,
Hey,
he's on it. So
I ain't judging.
I wish Blue was awake. He would definitely stand on it too. So I mean,
Wait, hold on. I'm here. I was fucking watching this movie.
oh, you wasn't listening. I was saying, can you still be friend like after you had sex with a person? Can you remain friends?
Wait, you said it
After
again?
after you had a history with a person, sex and stuff like that, can you remain friends without any more like sexual encounters? Like, can you still be friends? Can you? And I'm not putting your business out there. I'm not putting nobody's business out there, but I've seen it done. You can still be friends with your ex and not have sex with them. Correct?
I mean, I'm pretty. Yeah, that goes along with people. Yeah, people have, but I don't think you have like a continuous relationship with them where you still actually friends with them. You go to their house, chill with them. No, I don't think that. You could be friends from a distance, but not like friends like are they in a relationship still friends?
Are they in a relationship? So yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is like the fuck. Like how you in a relationship, but you with your ex more you with my fucking relationship with.
Oh yeah. So you saying if I have a new relationship? All right, that's a great point.
You're supposed to be with your
Great
girl,
point.
with your ex in the movies, eat popcorn and shit. Like
Right.
If you in a new relationship, it's a no-go. Cut that person off.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't bring your new girl around them because your ex will try to fight your new girl and all that. So
Or your new man gonna fight the old man. Oh boy.
yeah, it'll stir up too much. It'll start too many problems, and we
It'll
don't
get
want
messy.
it gets real messy. But we're gonna save that for another show. Maybe we can talk about our grown and sexy conversations. We can have a little segment, and it can go a little longer. But we're past the 3-hour mark.
Okay.
Baloo, what are your final thoughts?
my final thoughts. Look, I might got some shit in the stew kitchen working on right there. I might start fucking with the YouTube. My final thoughts. Something coming. I might be dealing with something. So yeah, look out for that.
Wait, what did you say? Say it again, Blue.
I said my final thoughts is that I got something in the kitchen and I might be coming to this YouTube world on some podcast shit. So look out for that. That's my final thoughts.
Okay, that is dope. So y'all make sure y'all check him out when he comes out with his podcast. Check. Well, you already got a podcast going on, yeah, Blue TV. But you're saying you're gonna have something different.
Probably, I'm trying to think about taking it to the next level. Though, you know, sometimes when I don't engage until I get the right information, so I'm just starting to try to get some right information about what's going on and try to attack it.
All right, that's gonna be so lit. Well,
Real quick.
congratulations on that.
Um, this I'm talking to everybody on the panel, even everybody in the chat. Um, everybody, we all on here, right? Let me ask each individual what they are on here for, first of all. So,
Start with Game Changer.
all right, let's start with Game Changer. Game Changer, are you available?
Yeah, I'm here to change the culture of dating, mating, and relating to be more favorable for both parties.
Okay. All right, say that again. So everybody
Change
can
the
hear
culture
you.
of dating, mating, and relating to be more favorable for both parties.
Okay, that's your purpose for being on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. Kill Swag, what's your purpose?
My purpose is simply just to give a different perspective on all the main topics that's going on in this world, and basically to give some insight on what makes me me, and basically kind of just trying to take this shit over.
Okay. Okay. Hustler, what's your purpose?
I guess you could say it's opened up people's eyes to how the dating market has changed, the world has changed. We don't live in those innocent yet rough times like we did back in the day. The dating market has gone to shit, and I'm here to put the message out there and give people some insights on how to deal with it. I'll share my personal experience from what I've seen, other people's personal experience from what they've seen or heard or been through, and put the word out that this is what's going on for people that just don't know. Because I've been that guy that just didn't know what the hell was going on, so I had to come out that damn mindset. And maybe somebody else can come out that mindset at some point, you know?
Got you. Mel, what's your purpose?
My purpose is to talk about the tough topics of the Black community and focus on the image of Black women. I just really want to change it. I want the young women to see my shows and Game Changer shows and Swag and everybody on this panel shows and see how to conduct themselves as young women, to see that they need to stay in the gym so they won't get overweight, to see that they need to be nurturing to their man if they want to keep them, and they should get that ring before they start popping out babies, and to pretty much carry yourself like a lady, because Black men deserve the best, and also Black women deserve to be desirable again. I also want to turn my channel into a media network full of different shows. So I've always wanted to do that. That's been my dream. But yeah, Black women got to do better. That's my thing.
Okay. All right. Everybody in the audience, you heard everybody purpose. All of y'all purpose is excellent because y'all stand by that. You know what I'm saying? All y'all have your own platforms and y'all stand by that. That's beautiful. Now my purpose is to say, yo, how can we make money? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of money out here on this internet and there's ways to make money. How can we come together and bring all our resources together and generate an engine where while everybody trying to get their purpose out, we also making money? Because there is money on here. But when you got a team, you know what I'm saying? Nobody could do it by themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you could do everybody doing what they're doing by themselves, but if we came together to generate an engine, you see what I'm saying? Still do what we doing, everybody got their platforms and everything, but just working together to make to figure out the ways to make the money while you're still trying to get your purpose out. So I'm not here to judge nobody or change nobody. I'm just saying just that. See, my purpose is to say how can we figure out to make money?
You know, so you looking at it as like a business.
Together, you get information, and we figure out how to go get sponsors and things. You know what I'm saying? Like actually take it seriously on getting our purpose out, but also building a structure on how we all can make some money. I know people probably make money off of here, but there's big money on here. And it takes a team.
That's
so
dope.
That's one of my purpose. Sorry, that's all I wanted to say. But that was my final thought.
I love it. Turn this into a business. I love it because we're dropping a lot of jewels, pretty much. Like it's like a talk show, and it's also helping people. A lot of people look at our shows as therapy. I've even had people come to me and say, because of you, I want to start my own platform. Or because of you, I want to lose weight. Like I've had people say that to me before because I talk about being big and all that on my show. A lot of people want to be a better person because of Game Changer, because of all of us on this panel. So it's definitely a business, and we should. I mean, let's be honest. This is worth getting paid for. We helping a lot of people's lives by doing this. I look at it like help. We helping a lot of people. Game Changer even made a little organization called Movie Night, where he's helping people come together who might not have a life, who might not have anything to do, and they need somebody to talk to. It's kind of like therapy. Movie night. Come to movie night. We can all talk. We can all enjoy each other's company. We're all doing things that could be paid. Let's be honest. What do you think, Game Changer? Game Changer?
I think he stepped away, but I get it. I mean, you and Swag inspired me to start my own channel. Take this stuff more serious.
Wow.
So, hey.
That's dope.
Yeah.
You're damn right.
He told me that the other day. I was like, yo, I appreciate that, fam. Because like I said, because I'm still relatively new to this. So the fact that I, along with Melody, can inspire you to become a content creator, that actually means a lot to me, more than you even know.
And it also creates history. You know what I mean? Like I was talking to one of my cousins the other day, and he was telling me about how the sponsors work, how you promote your page more to audience. Like what I'm saying is we need to get to the business side and the aspect of this. You know what I'm saying? The business aspect. Yeah, it's cool coming content, but now it needs to be structured to the business aspect. Because to all this, there's a business side of it. You know what I'm saying? It's still a business. It's still a business. And sometimes in our culture, sometimes we lack the skills of the business aspect of things, and other people gain the money from it. So while we putting in all the work, or while y'all putting in all the work, somebody else is reaping the benefits of the money business aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else. So I'm just saying, like maybe everybody could pull their sources together, find out information. I know things, you know things, and really take it serious and get to the business aspect of it. So once one person getting money, now we teach the next person the business aspect so they could get money. So now everybody getting money. You know what I mean? It's just all about information and sharing the information so everybody can eat and put each other on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, facts.
Like the rap game, one get on, he put his whole crew on. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, definitely facts. And I always wanted to put people on myself.
Get on, then the next one, like, all right, look, this is how it's working. Like, boom, the next person, and everybody get to now get their point across, but be able to get some money from it on the side.
Exactly. Thank you for that.
Point, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. We appreciate that. That's dope. Thank you for that.
Salute.
Salute. Right. You always coming up with a business plan. That's what we gotta respect Big Blue. Always coming up with a business plan. You are definitely business minded. Salute to you. Who didn't have their final thought? I think everybody did, right?
Yep. Oh, by the way, Melanie, remember when you asked me to come up with a rhyme for you and Game Changer show Checkmate?
Yeah. Game Changer, you there? I want him to hear this.
He's probably asleep.
Probably. Go ahead. Let me hear it.
Yeah, it took some time, but I hope I got this right. Let me get my voice right. Today is gonna be great. It's not even up for debate because tonight it's time for check and mate.
Oh, that was
with
hard.
your
Like that.
with your host, the number one entertainer, puts a whip in the game like a lion tamer. It's the one and only Game Changer. And his hostess with the mostest, a woman so fine she'll make a man lose focus. It's sweet melody. Love what she's telling me. The way she kills it, it's a felony.
Oh my God, I love it. I
Stick
got it.
around.
Oh,
Stick around to the end. If you don't, it's a cardinal sin. Now let the games begin.
Bravo. That is going to be the beginning of our show. That's going to be the intro right there.
You gotta
Word.
chop it up a little bit smaller.
No, I like it. I like it long.
Not too much. I'm a critic, so
Yeah, that's what I need in the beginning of my show. If you can chop it up a little shorter, I guess.
that
But
was dope, though.
I mean, I also like that as well. I'm gonna be honest. So if you can get that to me, Hustler, so I can use that in the beginning, that'll be great. You know how to chop that up, like, record it and give it to me?
Do I know how to do what?
Well, I guess Swag know how to do it, right?
Clip it.
Clip it, yeah.
Yeah, I know how to clip it.
I want to clip it. I want that in the beginning. That's dope. I like the way you sound like a villain. You always sound like a villain.
Oh my God. Not you, please.
I like it.
I told you. I told you.
He does. I like it. It sounds sinister.
Anti-hero.
Own it. Own it.
It sounds sinister.
We're not letting you walk with that anti-hero title, bro. You a villain. Own it.
Well, Melanie, do you like villains?
Yes,
here
I
we
like
go.
villains. I like heroes. I like it all.
I need to be in the middle. I'm an anti-hero. A villain today, a hero tomorrow.
No, you're
There
a
you
villain.
go. All right. Love it. Loving it. Loving it. And you need to own it.
Even RZA said it. Own it.
Gotta own it. All right, Swag, you gonna take us out with your final thought? I think everybody had their final thought, and GC is asleep. He said his final thought already.
Mm.
Go ahead, Swag.
I'm gonna make this quick because you know what? Was Blue about to say something?
I
So
like
Blue-
watch like what I mean, like some things about having a team. Like say, I watched it. I forgot what was that. It was a show. I mean, it was a podcast or whatever they do. And we started one engine 24 hours. Because what is the key to getting the money? It's the watch time, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's the watch time, right? So if we had a team to where we keep an engine running 24 hours, you guess how you gain the watch time? Because you can't do it by yourself. You can't fucking be on here all day by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But if we had a team, one thing, and keep the watch time just 24 hours, that out because I watch them, huh?
Different shifts.
Yeah, I watch some shows and I see how, you know what I'm saying, I analyze, I watch. So That's one of the methods. You know what I'm saying? Creating a platform to where it's like how you watching TV. It's 24 hours. It don't stop. It's a net, you know what I'm saying? It's a network. It keeps going 24 hours, 24 hours.
But
So
Blue, you got to remember, StreamYard and YouTube only let you go up to 12 hours. After that, it won't do anything.
okay, this is okay. So this is where this go. Then we go to another channel. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Now you direct the traffic to Killer Swag channel. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, once that's so, you direct it to his channel. Somebody might. So there's ways to go around that, but it's keeping the engine going.
Zone said people have jobs. That's going to be a little hard to do.
That's why you got teams too.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you got groups. This team over here, this time. Look, Swag it all. He might do 2 hours. I might get up in the morning. He do 3 hours. It's like a job.
Right.
Everybody.
Go ahead.
No, everybody got to play their position. It ain't everybody. Hey, game can't change it. He on a different time zone, so he might have these hours, but it's gonna bring in money.
Right.
Now, it might not be a lot of money in the beginning, but guess what? It's money coming in, and it'll grow.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about this more on Grown and Sexy Conversations because that's a great idea. And tomorrow is Grown and Sexy Conversations. So hold that thought. We will definitely shine light on your idea tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I want to hear Swag's final thought, and then I'm going to close us out. Go ahead, Swag.
Well, only thing I got to say, man, it was great show tonight. What the?
What is that?
That's what I want to know.
Everybody,
but anyway,
please, or I'll mute everybody.
yeah.
Oh, he's muted.
Well, either way, man, it was a great show tonight. Crazy topics. I mean, crazy topics tonight. And then, with the gems that Blue dropped just a few minutes ago, like, he really, he really told y'all the game, basically. So, like I said, man, it was a great show tonight. And no, I would not mess with my stepsister, and I would not mess with my god sister. Like I said, unless she was looking all right. But other than that, I would never really do that. Like I just was joking for real. But yeah, like on some real stuff. Like I said, great show tonight, Mel. And go ahead and take us home.
Thank you so much for that. And everybody, it was a great show. I feel like if there's the word sister in it, or brother, or father, or mother, or cousin, whether it's step, God, whatever, I think you should leave it alone. I don't think you should touch it because to me, that's gross. As far as modern women go, because that was the topic, modern women is going to always be ratchet in my eyes. And it's good because it's giving me and Game Changer and Swag and everybody on this panel more content. So ratchet women, modern women, keep being delusional, keep doing what you're doing because, like I said, it's giving us content. But I just wish it wasn't that way as a Black woman because it's very embarrassing. But if you're going to do what you do, might as well do content. Blue, that was a great idea that you had for the business. Everybody on this panel gave great final thoughts. Part 1 went great, and this was part 2. I think this went great as well. It's been real. Thank you for all the super chats, any cash apps that I got. Thank you for that. Thank you for everybody who liked and shared the stream. And if you didn't like the stream already, make sure you hit that like button on the way out. If you are brand new and this is your first time watching, checkmate, please subscribe. And also, everybody on this panel is part of Grown and Sexy Conversation. Killing Them Sweetly, Checkmate. We're all part of the same networks. So make sure you subscribe to each and every one of these people on the panel. And yeah, it's been real. Peace.
Deuces, everybody.